All right, everyone. Time to play some Dark Heresy. So, that is apparently now all of Act 1. This is the beta for Dark Heresy. It's by Owlcat Games. They're the ones that did Pathfinder Kingmaker, Pathfinder Realm of the Wrath of the Righteous, and Rogue Trader, all of which are very good CRPGs. So we get a start. Apparently, we don't get a start with the prologue, but we are pretty immediately into it. Apparently, so let's create our character. So, which is cool because in the alpha you couldn't create a character. It's kind of a vertical slice. So this is going to be a lot of talking, very little combat and stuff for the first bit anyway. I started to do it last night and then was like, no, you know what? I want to do this with people. Okay, we don't want to be a psyker. We don't have very many portraits to work with. So, I don't know. He's kind of cool. I mean, he's cool, but we'll make him bald. All right, so our voice. Next, we can be zealot or pragmatic. We'll be pragmatic.
Violence it is, then.
All right. Archetype. So we can be a warrior, officer, operative, soldier, mystic. I did go through close enough to know we get a soldier and we get a medicae and a psyker. And then I also know we get a Ogren pretty early. So we're going to go officer because that seems to be the best for, like, being what we want to do. All right, origin. We could be an Astra Militarum. We get a bonus to ballistic skill. We could be an Imperial Noble. Sapping morale from the target enemy is probably pretty good. Plus the Fellowship, which we want. Sanctioned Psyker. We're not going to do a Psyker. Criminal. Or do we want to be a Psyker? Let's check the archetypes. Mystic. Super heavy psychic ability. What if we were an officer psyker? Yeah, we could be like an Eisenhorn. Yeah, we could be like an Eisenhorn type. That could be cute. Specialization. Pyromancy. Santic. Looks like that's a defensive psyker. Telekinesis immobilizes. Could be a Sanctic psyker. Intelligence and willpower. Telekinesis. Homeworld. That's fellowship. Skill modifiers wits for a hive world. Death world's resistance, toughness, perception. Forge world's int. And let's be a hive worlder. And our characteristics. So we definitely want willpower to go up. Yeah. Definitely want fellowship to go up. I'm assuming perception. Yeah, we'll do perception and int. There we go. Be just kind of interesting. All right, next. Our appearance. Let's be that guy. Our hair. Oh, that was face again. So, hairstyle, none. We're going to be bald. There we go. And then you can get beards, which is cool. So we can get beards in this now. That's always cool. All right. And then tattoos. Nah. Augmentations. Yeah, just go with none. There we go. We're ripped. There we go. Yeah, we'll try this. Kind of interesting to be a Psyker, but we are an Inquisitor. Hive World Psyker Officer. Let's look at the archetypes. Although we should just be a Mystic. You know what? Let's just be the Officer class, because we know we get Origins, Ballistic Skill. Go ahead and go Imperial Noble. Dynasty, Willpower, Weapon Skill, Ballistic Skill, Merchant Dynasty, Wits Diplomacy. We can get Fallen Dynasty. That way we get bonuses to Interrogation. And then our home world, yeah, we still want a Hive World. Characteristics. Yeah. Int and Perception. No, let's go ahead and grab... Yeah, let's do that. Perception, Willpower. Because we want to be able to interrogate. Or, let's see. Yeah, we'll bump that up to 40. That'll work. Alright, that's us. Yeah, there's our appearance. Alright. So here we go. This should be fun. This will be a lot of me reading stuff. Here we go. Probably kick that down a little bit. There we go. There's badass Inquisitor kicking it on his throne. Your aching joints are twisted to their limit. Locked in manacles, it's hard to breathe. The bitter scent of sacred incense fills your nostrils and throat, making you lightheaded. Inhale. A sharp pain echoes from the ribs broken during the interrogation. Exhale. A swollen artery at your temple throbs in time with the scratching of the Tarantine Cabal. The Tarantine Cabal is an organization within the Calexian enclave of the Inquisition that is composed of representatives of the different Holy Ordos. The primary duty of the Tarantine Cabal is to study the mysterious phenomenon known as the Tyrant Star and its related prophecies. Arch-Transcriptors Cogniquil. The attention to those present is fixed upon you, but you cannot tear your gaze away from the dark sockets of the golden mask looming over the stands. Session 28-00432, Iota Pi of the Cabal is now convened. Subject to the session, the loss of the vessel Schultz's Valor, the loss of 86% of the Terminus Omega's Warband, including Servants of the Golden Throne, of mid and high rank, Acolyte Idris Zev, status deceased, Acolyte Persephone Spirik, status deceased, Inquisitor Leander D. Terral, status deceased, the accused, us. So, why do my body ache? Do I know all these people? Why am I the only one answering at this hearing? As soon as the verdict reached the docks of the Baron Bastion Serpentis, a fortress on the surface of Scintilla's moon Lachis, the Bastion serves as the base of operations and information repository of the Tarantine Cabal. The few who survived the slaughter on board Schultz's Valor were isolated for debriefing. Standard procedure. The remarkable thing is that after confirming the deaths of Inquisitor D. Terral, they are still willing to hear you out. Arch-Transcriptor. According to the witness testimony, Terminus Omega Warband bears partial responsibility for the loss of the Holy Inquisition's mechanical, informational, and human resources. The death of the Inquisitor, however, is the sole responsibility of the Acolyte. Accused, you deny your guilt. So we can say what transpired was a sequence of unforeseeable circumstances. I acted as the situation demanded. The primary objective of the warband was the transportation of classified asset. I have fulfilled my duty to the Cabal and the Imperium. Inquisitor D. Terrell's death is my fault. I could have saved him, but I chose to secure the artifact. The mission was under the high command of high-ranking agents, including interrogator Toma Ortos. What happens is their responsibility. We could go... What transpired was sequences of unforeseeable circumstances. I acted as the situation demanded. Inquisitor Melisenta. Oh, undoubtedly, Leander's death was a great noble sacrifice, and also a painful blow to the strength of the Tyrantine Cabal. Everyone present understands this. With all due respect to the Cabal, this is Lucian D. Farantis. With all due respect to the Cabal, I would beg leave to ask the Acolyte a different question. I propose we address another portion of the testimonies gathered on and the remnants of the data extracted from the Servo Ossuarium. Specifically, those regarding the causes behind the fall of Schultes' valor. Inquisitor Soldovan wishes to know, are you certain of the version of events you have put forward? Answer. There was no doubt that the Inquisitor's mind that the destruction of Schultes' valor was caused by a band of heretic Astartes. The Inquisitor was convinced that heretic Astartes were somehow involved with this. In truth, I doubt the conclusion. I'm not certain. Would my opinion change anything? We'll go with there's no doubt in the Inquisitor's mind that it was done by heretic Astartes. A wave of uneasy whisper travels through the grand hall as you speak. Lucian's sharp gaze sweeps over the assembled, keenly observing their reactions. The truly remarkable fact is that the entire affair is that the Acolyte survived direct exposure to the light of the Tyrant Star. The Tyrant Star, an identified stellar phenomenon known as the Hereticus Tenebrae, Comus, and the Real Space Sun, whose manifestation in real space heralds devastating catastrophes. Each appearance of the Tyrant Star is accompanied by warp disturbances and surges of sorcery and mutation, as well as riots and rebellions. Although the Tyrant Star has been subject to extensive inquisitorial study for many decades, its true nature remains unknown. Let Warbird recount his experience now, or at least the knowledge be lost to sudden madness or some other consequences. So, we can choose to be monodominant. So, there are Xanathites, Amathlaean, a staunch believer in the God Emperor's grand design, the fulfillment of which demands unity and accord with the endless ranks of the Imperium's organizations and humanity as a whole. And that's monodominant. So there's different kinds of factions in the Inquisition. So there's the three major branches. There's Hereticus, Xenos, and Malleus. Those are the three main branches of the Inquisition. However, there's like alignment axes within the Inquisition. There is monodominant, which is humanity, burn the witch, kill the mutant, abhor the Xenos. There is Hybris, which is, hey, we can work with the other stuff as long as it's against chaos. There is Almothean, which is, that's just everybody works together. All the Imperium works together. And then there's Xanthite, who believes specifically that chaos can be used. And Hybris is, they believe that Xenos technology and stuff can be used. So we have a choice to go down a monodominant route, which is burn them all. And we have to choose Amalthean route at that. There's Xenos Hybris, which is, I guess it comes down to, do we want to be more like Eisenhorn, or do we want to be more like, God, what's his name? The one who gets put in the box. I can't remember his name right now. I think we want to go, let's go monodominant. What use would this tainted knowledge be to you? I was put to the test, yet I resisted the corruption and overcame it. I do not wish to turn my thoughts to these vile memories any longer, or would an interesting request. I am glad that within the Tyrantine Cabal, there remains some who understand the value of knowledge, especially of the forbidden kind. Let's be a little more. So but the other two main branches, like I said, it's all a spectrum, are Puritan, which is hardcore Emperor bothering. And then there is it's Puritan and why can't I think of the other one? It's not heretical. It's Puritan and it'll come to me. But it's more of a and justify the means. So we will be. It's not heretical. Why can't I think of it? Our transquisitors. The Inquisitor's question is accepted and admitted to the record. Answer fully with complete candor, acolyte. I remember an endless pain, as a vat of molten steel had been poured over me, as if every bone in my body was being shattered at once. Remember a searing light, impossible to describe with words. It eclipsed everything, but in the end, only darkness remained without and within. Tell the truth. I saw something strange, an auditorium filled with strangers, and a hollow figure of sorts that spoke at us. There we go. An auditorium, a hallowed figure. The ravings of an afflicted mind. More data is required. Inquisitor Melisenta. Consider this. The Acolyte is either a lucky bastard who survived an impossible situation, or a complete idiot who returned to the stronghold of the Golden Throne's servants while actually being an agent of the archenemy. Interrogator Lucius de Farnes. With evidence or without, if we execute the Acolyte now, we may forever lose vital details regarding the nature of the Hereticus Tenebrae. The most efficient course would be to extract the Acolyte's brain for a synaptic reconstruction of memio fragments and a replication of the lost memory segments pertaining to the incident. So we can answer, I fulfilled the Cabal's mission, duty, and protocol as demanded, and now I'm being branded a murderer. There's no chain upon my soul. I survived because one of the warband pulled me out of the light of the Tyrant Star. Stay out of my head. I've told the Cabal everything I know. I will humbly accept any verdict if it serves the mission of the Tyrant Cannibal. We will go with number 1. I fulfilled the Cabal's mission and duty and protocol demanded, and now I'm being branded a murderer. Lord Inquisitor Zerby. Our reality is one of internal struggle for resources, for survival, for hope, a reality full of pain and apparent choices, where nothing ever goes according to plan. In this very reality, you face a choice: fulfill his duty to the Inquisitor, or obey the oath he swore to all humanity. Anyone who claims the choice was obvious is lying to themselves. The loss of Schultes' valor, of the Acolytes and Leander, it is all meaningless if your bones are left to rot on a doomed planet. But Warbird and Terminus Omega did not merely survive, they delivered the artifact into the hands of the Tarantine Cabal. By the way, they have said that all of this is going to be voiced, but they have said that before about other things as well. They have an issue of moving on to another game before all the voice acting is done. They do that on a regular basis. Do you truly believe that by volunteering to retrieve the artifact, Leander de Terral did not fully comprehend the significance of his mission? The Inquisitor understood better than any of us the meaning of absolute submission to one's duty, and that it's the same resolve also took root in his acolytes. So I will ask the Cabal only once: does Warbird deserve retribution? Skill tests and dialogues. One of the available dialogues option requires making a skill test. Success or failure affects how the dialogue develops. Hover your cursor over the dialogue option that will show the required skill test. We know all about stuff like that. Will test succeeded. The fact that Lord Inquisitor Zerby himself is now your sole benefactor makes sure every nerve pull tight. The favor of the mighty carries a steep price, and you have not been told the cost. The Grand Hall falls silent, pale faces, clenched jaws, disapproving stares, yet no one dare raise their voice. Then the Golden Mask turns towards you, and in its dark eye sockets you finally see a hint of living, attentive eyes. Remove his chains henceforth. Warbird is under my protection. And then all of these are saying things. Said, what a disgrace. I don't know who you are. I'm going to smoke you. Alright. At first, Lord Inquisitor's words are met with only stunned expressions, before the hall suddenly erupts into a clamor of astonished voices. Here before the Tarantine Cabal and the God Emperor, I swear my allegiance to the Lord's Inquisitor. Your will is my will. We will go with... we swear allegiance to the God Emperor. That's a quest. Enough talk. The Cabal has matters to discuss without you. Warbird, report to the Quartermaster Numis. He will return your gear and prepare you for your next assignment. Continue. The next item on the citizen agenda is... And then we leave. Okay. So let's see what we have to do. Press any key. There we go. All right. Oh, we leveled up. So we get back in the fight. The officer removes from the target ally status effects and restores their morale to 0. If negative, that ally immediately gains an extra turn with 2 AP and 5 movement points. During that turn, the ally cannot expend combat points. Cannot be used in the same turn as bring it down. We can have a skill go up. Sleight of hand, wits, metal, interrogation, Medicaid. Intimidation, metal. Athletics, tenacity, resistance, reflexes. We could have reflex, sleight of hand. We should definitely probably do interrogation. Yeah, let's do interrogation. All right, and then let's check ourselves out here. Inventory. All right. Oh, we got a sniper rifle, because that's what we're going to be as a sniper. Okay, then we have, where's defense is increased by 3. Wheeler gains 12 awareness. Oh, look at us. We're baller. All right. Okay, we already have one of those. What's this? Staff of Flames. Okay. Spotter bolt pistol. So, and then in our offhand, we'll go like that with a bolt pistol. Bolt pistols are cool. What do we got here? Oh, we got flak armor's better. Go ahead and put that cloak on, I guess, since we're the only one in the group. All right. And then let's look at our journal. So we need to head to the nearest convocation room and gather equipment from the quartermaster. All right. So we'll go to the map. All right. Loot. Atrium. Loot. Convocation room. All right. Let's go here. And you do the camera with Q and E. Blind the aide. A young man with a friendly face and implacable bearing offers a salute the moment you leave the Grand Hall. Blind Silvius, quartermaster's aide, assigned to escort you after the meeting of the Turretine Cabal, Master Acolyte. Is there something wrong with my face? Why are you looking at me like that? Why would I need an escort? I do not know. For the time being, I am only an aide under the patronage of Quartermaster Numis. I run errands for him all over Bastion Serpentis, and now I've been ordered to escort you immediately to the convocation room immediately. Take me to the Quartermaster. Of course, follow me. All right. We will follow you. There's a guard. And if you hold down the tab key, it highlights things you can talk to, etc.
Keeping my eyes open.
This moves your stuff. Just an acolyte. Did you know this convocation room was originally the study of one of the former inquisitors of the Cabal, an extremely secretive one? That's why the corridor leading to it is so inconspicuous. Good job, Blind the Aide. Door open. There we go. Alright. So there's Quartermaster Numis. That blasted Xenos ripped him in half. And all because of those damn faulty batteries, Numis. Your informants might have lived if you could just shoot straight, or is your lack of practice my fault too? Maybe I should practice on you, you armory rat. My life is the property of the Inquisition. Are you prepared to deprive the Holy Ordos of their asset? I hope you get eaten by a Grox, Numis. Voxhaler, to all servants of the Holy Ordos in the Bastion Serpentis, words have been spoken, decisions made, and a path charted. Session, blah, 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 of the Cabal is now concluded. Quartermaster Numis, spare me the introductions. You were Warbird. I have already been briefed about you. Blind, you did well for once. The acolyte arrived on time. Blind hides a smile and casts you a look of gratitude. You showed remarkable courage. I was told you would issue me new equipment. I had received inertial armor. Triumphant las pistol. Continue. Furthermore, the servant of distribution block Omega 7, Quartermaster Numis, is hereby instructed to assume the duties of distribution overseer in regard to any blessings issued to. You've been assigned to the verdict, and I have been assigned to you. I will head to the dock once I have concluded my present business. If you wish to continue this conversation, I'll be waiting for you there. End dialogue. Okay. Toma. The interrogator's expression is unreadable. Long time no see. You look dreadful, Master Odos. Interrogator. It seems they let you out of the cells much sooner than me. To the other members of Terminus Omega did not get the luxury of spending several cycles in the Medicaid wing bed. The Imperial's enemies do not take breaks. And spare me the formalities. We're of equal rank now, thanks to your devotion to the Tyranid Cabal's mission. The warband lost an Inquisitor. What kind of interrogator would allow such a thing to happen? Those were the exact words before they stripped me of my status. Usually when the Horiodos take your rank, they take your head along with it, but somehow you're still walking the Bastion's halls. Acolytes who commit accusable acts during missions rarely see the light of day again either, and yet here we stand, both still breathing. You were punished for a choice I made. That is not right. The universe is not a particularly just place. If you are now just realizing that, I can only envy your ignorance. Awareness test failed. Lord Inquisitor Zerby bade me to inform you that he expects you in his work chambers one floor above. I would advise you not to tarry unless you wish to forfeit your new patron's favor. You will not find a replacement for him. Alright. If we go to the map, where are we? We are... Well, how about I double-click my guy? Why are we not showing up on the map? There we go. Okay. We're right there, so we need to go to... I think it's here. Nice thing about this, you can just click somewhere and your guys will run around to it. Let's make sure there's nothing here. I think we're supposed to go to Zerby's. Yeah, we're supposed to go to Zerby's. Oh, yeah, let's check out our inventory. So that is 4 damage, 4 extra wound damage. What does the Triumphant Las pistol? No, we'll just go with that. We'll just go with a bolt pistol. Because it's a bolt pistol. Bolt pistol greater than Las pistol. Acolyte of the Inquisition, Ordo Hereticus. Access... Oh, so we're Hereticus. Nice. Access to Lord Inquisitor's chambers is granted by virtue of meritorious service to the Holy Ordos. I have always been known to give great meritorious service. Servo menial. Okay, let's go down the other way just to make sure there's no loot. Yeah, there's no loot. Okay, great. Look at the little servo skulls. Warbird, former acolyte of the late Inquisitor Leander de Terral, has arrived, Lord Inquisitor. Several long minutes pass in absolute silence. Every now and then, whispers of flipped report pages break up the hush. Finally, Lord Inquisitor closes the leather-bound folder and raises his eyes to you. The destruction of Schultes' valor, the death of Leander de Terral, the loss of the Icanthos system. We live in dark times, rich in great losses. Leander was convinced that the heretic Astartes were blamed for the destruction of the ship. You agreed with his conclusions. I have no reason not to believe you both, even though no solid evidence survived. But Leander is dead, the evidence has disappeared, and the words potentially corrupted acolytes are lacking in credit. To force the Inquisitors to delay their affairs and redirect resources to fight off a hidden enemy, one needs strong proof indeed. Proof that a blade has been raised over the capital of Calexis. You will do this. When you receive a new assignment, study your surroundings and seek individual events, which, when pieced together, will paint a picture of the lurking evil. Your trust in our testimony is the highest honor, Lord Inquisitor. How can we be sure the heretic Astartes have already infiltrated the Scintilla system? Make the sign of the Aquila. I will do all that is possible to complete this task. That's not enough, Acolyte. I expect you to go beyond the possible. The time has come when only this will allow humanity to prevail. You made me your Acolyte while others blame me for the death of Master Tyrrell. Why? For many years, Leander and I forged a path for humanity, side by side, through the infinite darkness. Even when our views on the pain of the galaxy changed, each of us continued to serve him unwaveringly. And just as Leander once paved the way for the future with the hands of his acolytes, you will become the new bearer of my will. Ooh. Zerbe removes his inquisitorial sigil from his neck and gives you a strange look. One who is incapable of sacrifice will never bring change, but you, Acolyte, have shown enough fortitude to do so. Even if you must give up everything and everyone, even if it means using your own humanity, do it to achieve our goal. So we can go Xenos Hybrid Xanathite. If my humanity becomes the price for fulfilling the will of the Turantine Cabal, then I will gladly pay it. Are there any new assignments for me? Too many. The essence of the Hereticus Tenebrae has remained unknown to the Turantine Cabal for hundreds of years. Therefore, you will begin your own investigation of this phenomenon with a clean slate. Revisit every lead gathered by your predecessors, trace connections, and draw new conclusions. Start your research with a visit to the restricted section of Bastion Serpentis archives. I am certain you recognize the Servo Ossearium. The events aboard Schultes' Valor resulted in considerable damage to the device, but the tech priest managed to restore its functionality. Alas, the same cannot be said of the data from your last mission. I returned D. Tyrrell's device to you. Use its full potential to carry out the mission entrusted to you. We got our own little servo skulls. Look at those happy little guys. Is there anything you have not shared with me yet about Schultes' Valor, about what happened to you when the spectral sun shone upon you? Speak, I will listen. I saw something strange, an auditorium filled with strangers and a hallowed figure of sorts that spoke to us. Then I see, and what did this figure want? I am unsure. It spoke of odd things, a shield against the darkness, the impetus of death, ashes that a titan's heart would not see. But this knowledge must remain between us, Acolyte. Whether your vision was a delusion of the mind, fractured by the Tyrant Star's influence, or something else. There is more to learn. However, if any member of the Cabal doubts the purity of your thoughts or free will, even I cannot shield you from execution. Remember this. Acolyte, in addition to the high-priority tasks, you are to take on more mundane duties. Go to the Marzipastorum Sectorus Hab Zone, located in the lower levels of Hive Sibyllus. Inquisitor Millicenta and Sister Septimia have been conducting their investigations there for some time. I want you to render them any feasible assistance, acquiescently. It seems something has driven them to linger in that dark place. Afterward, head to the Lucid Palace and meet with Inquisitor Olithane Rathbone. She has obtained intelligence heretic cell plots to assassinate a high-ranking figure during the celebrations of St. Sibyllus. There's no conclusive evidence that these heretics exist at all. Indeed, this situation appears to be nothing more than the typical squabbles of the aristocracy, and the Holy Odos do not waste time on such trivialities. However, there remains a slim chance that this rumor somehow relates to the activity of the traitor Astartes. That is why I'm sending you to take the measure of things. Am I to prevent the assassination attempt in the spires? I do not care whether there another Lucidian soldier or priest dies. Even if the Tyrant Star lit up the skies over Scintilla right now, each of them would keep gnawing at each other's throats, if only to satisfy their depraved egos in the moments before death. And even when, in the senseless commotion, someone finally devours the weakest, Their place will immediately be taken by a successor. The task of the Inquisition is not to save those who consider themselves the chosen of humanity. Our task is to use those who wrongly believe themselves chosen in the name of humanity's salvation. Thus, even if this heretic cell turns out to be a figment, use this opportunity to remind Scintilla's elite that in the eyes of the Holy Ordos, none are guiltless. So many assignments. Is the Turrentine Cabal short-staffed? The Archivine Serpentis has recently lost their litany scribe. If you prefer more order service number, submit a transfer request through Numis. Otherwise, stop wallowing. Understood. You will need a warband. Acolytes Spez and Davos are currently finishing an inspection in the infirmary. You already know them. As for Acolyte Sorrow, who will replace Acolyte Shurik as a sanctioned psyker, he can most likely be found in the Temple Hall. Go to them as you see fit. Now go. And remember, Acolyte, time is not on our side. Results, not excuses. That is what I expect from you. All right, so let's look at our journal. So we need to go get our warband. They have come for us. Keep a sharp out for any dark sides. Even minor details may hold clues. Clues and markings left aboard Schulte's Valor by its executioners are gone, along with Acantos itself. In order to convince the members of the Tyranny Cabal of this new danger looming over Scintilla, the Acolyte must gather as much evidence as possible. Keep a sharp eye out for any dark sides. Echo of the Unearthed. Yeah, we'll do Echo of the Unearthed first. Okay, so we got to go find our people. All right, make sure there's nope, there isn't any loot. We like loot. Okay, let's go get our... Hey, come here, you. Get up here. So yeah, very excited that Alcat's got a whole thing going on. Well, how do we get out? Is that not the way we came in? Open the door. Oh. There it is. I went too far. Thing I like about Owlcat is clearly they love the settings. Look at my little guys. All right. So we need to go to convocation room. Is that where we need to go? No, that's where we just went. Combat training facility. Chapel. Infirmary. All right, we need to go here. So our abilities are precise shots and single shots. All right, show the sigil. Welcome back, Acolyte. All right. Fake Sister of Battle. Like an echo from the past, or is this the future? The reality before you has taken shape, absorbing emotions that has been frozen in oblivion. Oh, there's a bolt round. Clutching your head, you try to calm the pain that's tearing your sanity to pieces. Your heart is pounding. You are short of breath. And the vague figures, either a vision or agonized illusions of a dying consciousness, play out the same scene in your mind over and over again. Acolyte. Are you feeling dizzy? I have a stimulant. We are not that far from the infirmary. Your hand passes through the blurry stillazettes, and a wave of hopelessness and bitterness emotions that once belonged to someone else and at the same time and at some other time roll over you. One killed the other, fired a bolter right into the back of the victim's head, and felt regret. This is neither a dream nor fiction. It definitely happened right here, but how do you know that? Xanathite. Let's open our mind to this new experience. You relax, allowing the pain to pass through you, and with it, you are filled with someone else's emotions. Anger at an unjust command, fear At the necessity of carrying out the sentence, resignation, that it must be done. Over time, the pain subsides, the emotions dissolve, and the vision disappears with them. Okay. Pile of ancient carpet glistens with a fate stain left there by a cleansing agent. Fresh bolter fire scars blemish the ancient masonry. Inspect wits. There's a strange recess in the polished niche. You make out two symmetrical pits with a bump underneath. Oop. No suitable items. Okay. Judging by the grooves left in the cavities of the shields of these statues, have been stripped of decorative elements. Okay, there's another one there. Okay. Bastion Serpentis guards. Alright.
At once.
Okay. Alright, there's the infirmary. Let's head into the infirmary. Open the door. Alright, goods. What do we got here? On the mysteries of the mental indoctrinations, the death's word of the galactic sector. Collect all. There we go. What do we got here?
The Holy Ordos.
Collect all. What do we got? Disease Observation Journal. Thus, I am forced to conclude that Scintilla, though thoroughly and dishearteningly unprepared for pandemics of any kind. Okay. Oh, that's locked. Let's go see if we can find some. Let's get our companions because we don't have good sleight of hand.
Keeping my eyes open.
Acolyte Devehen. Analyze. Acolyte.
Resolved.
A sensation of inner burning accompanied by delirium about melting bones and organs. A catatonic complexion and unquenchable thirst. These are all symptoms of the smolder fever, a disease of the lower levels of hive Sibyllus that, with proper treatment, usually subsides within a few days. What do we got here in goods? What's this? Handwritten note. Inform all Medicaid on shifts and the next, and this is important to keep the acolyte conscious until the upcoming interrogation. Fatality is unacceptable. This is an order from Interrogator C. It is best not to argue with her. Okay.
Moving.
Let's go open the door. All right. There's Epony. Our colleague is here. I understand that in light of the events in the Grand Hall, our unspoken compact of fellowship demands that I offer some words of support. However, all of the accusations leveled at our warband were justified. We lost an Inquisitor and demonstrated a lamentable lack of competence. Hymar, don't start, or did we not retrieve that thing from Schultes' valor? The mission was accomplished, and the Cabal agrees. De Terrell knew the risk when he decided to lead the warband personally, and he paid the price for his lack of focus. You didn't come here to talk, did you? My name's Blind, and I'm aide sanctioned under Quartermaster Numas at your service. I suppose we'll be working together, or maybe not. In case, pay me no mind. What's everyone's status? Lord Inquisitor Anton Zerba granted me his patronage and tasked me with assembling a warband to carry out this mission. To carry out a mission. Not bad, and you want us to work for you now. Could be worse. You strike me as someone who knows how to prioritize. Epony, I must request a deferral in the execution of this assignment. At present, I have more urgent tasks to attend to. Medicaid, we are being sent to the lower hive. I am certain there will be much a physician of your caliber can study there. Succeeded. I deem that of such substantiated. Furthermore, this assignment ultimately coincides with my own, but that is of no consequence. Acolyte Warbird, I am Epony Spez, a Medicaid acolyte reporting to you. I stand ready to execute any reasonable order, provided it does not endanger the humanity or the Imperium. Hymar Doves, at your service. We need to collect one more member for the warband, a psyker named Sorrow. Another psyker, as we have had occasion to witness, the presence of such an individual poses significant danger to the entire group. Just stand clear when he explodes, or when he makes others explode. A most sensible recommendation, Hymar. I shall endeavor to follow it. Well, ready? Then we must go. Time to stretch our legs. End dialogue. Great. So, We grab all our guys. Let's inspect this. The Acolyte is pale, his breath barely perceptible, yet despite the horrific wounds Sebastian's Medicae have managed to tear him from death's grasp. Alright, we could go through that door, but let's just go back out here. Let's use somebody with better sleight of hand. Luck, sleight of hand. Come on, open it. Yay, we got a trumpet stub revolver. Holy shit, that thing's really good. Excellent. Collect all. Aye. Well, let's put that on then. Forget the bolter when we could have a stub revolver. Alright. What do we got here? Inquisitorial seal. Incorrect armament. Okay, it doesn't go anywhere. Alright. It's just something in our inventory. Alright, so now we need to go to the convocation. Nope. Was it the convocation room? No, it was the chapel, right? Yeah. Okay, we need to go to the chapel. So let's just go to right here. And the nice thing is you can just click and all your guys will run to where they need to. But yeah, we got a nice crunchy RPG to play. We'll basically play this just about every night until we finish Act 1, which is as far as you can go. What's Sister Helena have to say? The truly faithful to see one path and follow it to the end without regret or excuse. Okay. And then chapel is right here. It's where we get our psyker. There's Sarah. Are you Sarah, the sanctioned psyker? Indeed, and you are Warbird, one of those who returned from the perilous journey to the Acanthos system. The God Emperor has granted you his mercy, a rare and precious thing. I am pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm tasked with finding you and recruiting you for my warband. The Turrenting Cabal has entrusted me with a mission. So the Turrenting Cabal has deemed your righteousness and restored you to the ranks of its servants. I had thought that contact with the Heresy of the Tyrant Star would have rendered you an outcast. Too many of those sent to Acanthos have perished in the depths of corruption. My only solace is that for one of them, Persephone, my sister by curse, a swift death became a bitter gift, sparing her the dreadful torment of survival. But that lies in the path. A new duty awaits us. I heed the Cabal's command and stand ready to accompany you to face new trials. Very well, we must go. Sero. God Emperor protects. Blide the 8, I'll leave you to it, Master Acolyte. I hope my escort made your return to the Bastion a little brighter, and it wasn't too intrusive. It's time beside the Quartermaster Numis, and he is now assigned to your warband. It seems we will see each other often. I'm at your service at any time. The Emperor protects. Alright. Oh, there we go. Select all characters. What do we got here? The names of the thousands of fallen agents of the Golden Throne are carved into the stone. Among them is a very recent inscription, Leander de Terral. Alright. Let's get going. Oh, let's look at journal. What do we got to do? Take the gun cutter into your service. They've come for us. Okay, so we need to go take the gun cutter into our service. Alright. And it's in the atrium. Well, hold on. We got loot. We got loot. What do we got here? What is this? Psalm of Civilis the Infallible. Yeah, Civilis. Yeah, you're a great saint. Turn your thoughts towards the God Emperor. Let's steal some goods. There we go. Yeah, give us some money. All right. Now the gun cutter's here, so let's go here. Yep. While our guys run around. Bastion Serpentis Guard, halt, Acolyte. By order of the Lord Inquisitor, individual searches are to be conducted in the interest of Bastion Serpentis security. Stand up straight, arms and legs side apart. We're just a routine check, nothing personal. Allow you to be searched, as you say. Praise is thrown, at least I get one decent Acolyte per watch. What is this thing? I don't see a sanctioning tag from the Chronicle Keeper of Bloodworth. Removing any documents from the Archive of Serpentis without his permission is strictly forbidden. Go and return it to him. All right, I'll take the tube to the Chronicle Keeper. Listen, I will not repeat. Wait, you agreed just like that? It must be my lucky day. Then go, Acolyte. The search is over. All right. So that means we need to go to the Archive of Serpentis. There we go. I always try to leave the door I'm going to facing, like, north. It just makes it easier. All right. Well, we got goods. What do we got in the goods? We steal some more stuff. Chronicle Keeper. The gaunt man raises his augmented eyes towards you. The massive ocular lenses whir as they grind into focus upon your face. Ah, you are the Acolyte who recently discovered the most remarkable artifact from the Acanthos system. It was originally described by the xenoarchaeologist Marcus Lucius Trenzers in his Contemplations, a great achievement for the Tyrann Cabal, all thanks to you. Hand over the tube. I found this unclaimed manuscript in the Bastion's halls. It seems to belong to the Arcanum Serpentis. Yeah, that was the mysteries and the mental indoctrinations on the Death World of Classic Sector. Do you need any assistance with the lost documents? Who are you? I have not seen you here before. The Chronicle Keeper Bloodworth, assigned to Arcanum Serpentis on the Lord Inquisitor. I oversee the preservation of tomes, scrolls, documents, and most importantly, history itself. As the keepers before me have done, yes, that should be comprehensive enough. I must go. Okay. And then we leveled up. All right. So I can be a combat disruption specialist, a combat morale specialist, a combat support specialist, a demoralization specialist, a medium armor specialist. Combat disruption is intelligence, agility, reflexes, and wits. Combat morale specialist is fellowship, willpower, diplomacy, and mettle. Combat support specialist is fellowship, intimidation, toughness, and mettle. Demoralization specialist is fellowship, willpower, so we can do humility, so we can demoralize them, or combat suppression, or character applies an effect to an ally, can be themselves. That ally gets +2 round. You can only gain +2 per round. Attacks made within this character's influence or made against enemies within it gain a 5% hit chance. We get +5 ballistic skill, +5 weapon skill, +10 awareness, +10 reflexes. I mean, this seems good, though. Demoralize. Let's be a demoralization specialist. And then we get a skill here. You get ballistic skill, intelligence, perception, willpower. Yeah, let's have fellowship go up. Okay. Now Persephone. Or not Persephone. I don't remember her name. Anti-armor specialist. Area of effect specialist. Burst fire specialist. Dual wielding. Heavy armor. Medium. Tactical maneuvers. When this character moves through a cell. Let's go with area of effect specialist. Intelligence is tech use. Perception. Fellowship is Medicaid. Willpower is interrogation. Perception, intelligence. I mean, she is the Medicae, so let's do that. Apply. All right, you are burst fire specialist because he's got a big heavy bolter. Let's ballistic skill him the hell up. All right, you. Let's go ahead and do Sanctic. Let's just make him a psyker. So, willpower is what he needs because he's a psyker. There we go. All right, use the access key. Can we use the access key? Steady hum emanates from the cogitator's innards. Machine spirit has been roused from its slumber, awaiting further instructions. View the request log. Over the past 5 days, access to the restriction section been requested by a servo archivist. 15 requests. Acolyte in position. No requests. Chronicle keeper. No requests. Okay. Error. All right. So, what kind of loot do we have? Oh, go over here then. Oh, no. I want to go here. Apparently, we have to find books. Because the journal, Disruptor, among the Acolyte's personal items, Cinematic Christmas. We don't return to Chronicle Keeper Bloodworth. We already did that. Oh. There we go. Show completed quest. Okay, we just need to take the gun cutter into our service. It screams, rings through the heavens. Devastation approaches. Oh, shooting psychers that are popping. Cursed sorcerer, it's high time all their kind were put into size shackles and sent down to detention cells. There we go. What do we got here? Study on the Bastion Serpentis. All right. All right. So there's our 4-man army. So now we got to go take the gun cutter into our service. I'm excited that we've got a little CRPG to play. Oh, there's some loot there. Goods. Take them all. There we go. All right. So we need to Atrium, Toma. It's got to be here. This has got to be where we're going. To go to the Goon Cutter. Terminal Laches Omega. Yep, there we go. To the gun cutter. Collect all. There we go. To the gun cutter. To the gun cutter. We'll have to go get some ice water here momentarily. All right. Here we are. There's Quartermaster Numis. Let's sleight of hand this. We gained some skins. There's some goods back here. Oh no, we're the best person for the sleight of hand locked. Oh, let's check out Quartermaster Numis. Quartermaster Numis, a warning of the Inquisition has arrived at the Acolyte's base of operations, and now the formalities are out of the way. I need to restock. You're just in time, Acolyte. I didn't even have to send you a Vox message. There's a certain issue regarding our potential allies on Scintilla that requires your attending. By order of the Lord Inquisitor, it falls to you to deal with that. That is unless you have more urgent concerns. What is the issue of our allies? Glad to see you're taking an interest now. The Inquisition has in its possession a fully functioning, yet unneeded Lehman Russ battle tank, to which multiple factions across the Galactic Sector have now laid claim. Some of these factions would greatly benefit from the features and devils of the Tyrantine Cabal, provided we show a small measure of forbearance by understanding how to by handing over the relic. What factions are you referring to? The Scintillan mission is the official representative of the Adeptus Ministorum in the Calexis Scepter. So, the Adeptus Ministorum, they are the ecclesiarchy, they're the God Emperor Bothers. You might consider them the living embodiment of the ecclesiarchy in this part of the galaxy. The Scintillan Fusiliers are regiments of the Astra Militarum, that's the Guard, recruited from this planet and thus carrying significant political influence. The Lathe World's fleet arrived in the system long ago and it actively protects the interests of the Adeptus Mechanicus. And of course, there are the Lucidians, aristocratic society. They make up the nobility of Scintilla, with the planet's governor, Lord Calixus Marius Hax, as their leader. Naturally, there are others, but those are the four primary interests of the Tyrantine Cabal. They possess resources and powers that, with the proper stimulus, could be redirected towards the goals favorable to the Inquisition. This may be the least important question of all, but where did the spare tank come from? A reclamation from a distant part of Scintilla. I assume it comes from one of the ancient sites skirmishes between the defenders of the Imperium and the enemy's humanity, although the passage of time and harsh conditions have done little to harm the tank's internal workings. All identifying marks on its exterior have been erased, leaving its original ownership unclear. Currently, the Tyrantine Cabal has determined that the Lehman Russ holds greater value as a reputational asset rather than for its material worth. What benefit could each of them potentially bring? I assume you mean, for you personally, resources. The Scintilla mission can provide us with chain weapons, bolters, and flamers from their fanatics' arsenals. The Fusiliers can supply heavy weapons, armor, as well as sniper rifles. The Lathe World's fleet is ready to offer plasma and melta weapons, not to mention their fearsome Omniscient axes. The Lucidians have access to dueling weapons, psycho arguments, and will hum certain specimens of Xenos gear. Numis winks at you. I hope the potential benefits of diplomatic efforts are a bit clearer to you now. Why are we showing that? Why am I the one to decide this? Because after the deaths of Inquisitor Terral, Anton Zerbe made you his personal acolyte. I'm ready to make my choice. The Fusiliers. I will prepare the transported required warrants immediately. Very well. Consider this battle settled. I need to restock. I would like to look at the Scintilla malicious wares. All right. Let's sell all junk. There we go. All right. Medicaid kit. Why don't we go ahead and... Okay, so we can't get access to any of that good stuff. Executioner bolter, sword, noble gloves. Melted charge. Let's grab some multi-keys. Buy. Alright, 2-handed claymore can get sold. Stub revolver can get sold. Shogun can get sold. Lasgun can get sold. Sword can get sold. Spotter's bolt pistol can get sold. Autogun can get sold. Triumphant las pistol can get sold. Deal. We get 39. There we go. Alright. I do want to check this before I sell. Okay, so we're at 28.5. That's 15. That's 30. Okay. You're a psyker, so you're going to have a mystic robe. You, 28.5. You, 25. Okay, we can sell all that shit. So that's good. Multi-key, go down there. Go ahead and just put all this shit down here. Multi-key go there. Medicaid stuff go there. Okay, oh, let's check out our Psyker's staff. What kind of staff is he wielding? A Hierophant staff, Siphon Life. Okay, that is spontaneous combustion. Go ahead and just put that in your other hand. Just carry both. All right, you go down there. Okay, so we can sell both of those. Alright, where'd you go, Numis? Alright, I need to restock. Oh, hold on. Look at Lucidian's wares. Hell Grenade, Dueling Hood, what do you do? If there's only one enemy within their influence, the wearer gains +6 more hit chance against. Sniper Rifle. We already have a Sniper Rifle. Oh, this one's way better, though. It's alright, we're probably fine there. Okay, there was this. Look over proffered gear. Is this all you have? For now, that's all there is. If you crave variety, then you have to put in some work. Go to Scintilla and press someone powerful, or else make them respect you in the Cabal. Sometimes it can be useful to hold the position to show the common folk, even in high stations, their sharp teeth. Okay. I must go. Alright, there was goods here. We can use a multi-key. Alright, what do we get? We got Boots of Mac. Whenever the wearer is hit for the first time in a round, they gain +1 morale. Excellent. Collect all. There we go. Alright, so... Ogren Bonehead. We're going to get ourselves an Ogren soon. Alright.
Keeping my eyes open.
Oh, I don't have any of my buddies with me. Okay. Tech Priest, Servant, Servant, Servant. Let's go get on our ship. The Verdict. I'm going to go grab some ice water real quick. Since I have to do a lot of talking in this one. A lot of talking. All right, got some ice water. Headphones back on. And always feel free to talk in chat. All right, here we go. Here's our ship. Master Pilot is waiting for you on the bridge. Follow me.
Reconnoitering.
Yermis Haas. Commander, my regards. Yermis Haas, pilot of the Gun Cutter Verdict. Ready to serve in the name of the God Emperor. It is fortunate you've been appointed as the new commander of the Gun Cutter. After Master Demers Tyriel's death, the Verdict and I could have ended up with anyone. It's a relief to see a familiar face. So then, shall we begin with you assuming of command? How do I take command of the Gun Cutter? The Verdict is a ship with a history, character, commander. There's certain traditions to follow. To begin with, you must make your first Vox transmission from the communication sanctum. I'll contact you via the comm feed when you're finished. We'll also test the infernal Vox communication while you're at it. Very well, I will return shortly.
Never still for long.
It said we could have been intimidating and made him just make it a thing. Alright, so where is the... that's annoying. Okay. Oh, is this like our little base for this game? Okay, there's a Medicaid. Oh, that looks like it might be
Keeping
Vox.
my eyes open.
Somewhere around here. Okay, diagnostic module. No, I bet you that is not the Vox. Okay. Okay, that is not the Vox. Is this the Vox room? No, that's Cerro. He's got a little chapel. This looks like it's probably our room. All right. Let's hit him real quick. All right. All right, let's go here. Okay.
No sense in delay.
Okay. Test the gun cutter's Vox center. The elevator in the southern part. Okay, no. Okay. There we go. There it is. We almost missed the Vox station. Turn on. There we go. The God Emperor protects. How do you read me, Commander? I hear you, not very clearly, but loud enough. That's good enough. There was one time when I contacted a comrade over the internal Vox. He started responding. Then it turned out to be dead for 3 cycles. I'm done with the communications sanctum. What's next? Head to the personal cabin to acquire the book of the ship's litanies.
Reconnoitering.
Goods. Litania voids. Okay. Heading to the chapel. Okay, we're heading to the chapel. We saw that. That's where Sorrow was. So there we go. Oop, there we go. Place the tome. There we go. Offer prayers to the God Emperor. Commander, the shipboard cogitator reports your chapel has resumed operation. Your comm bead. I'll be waiting for you on the bridge. There's just one last formality left. Okay. Okay. So right here, there's our ship. We can see space. All right. Commander, by the will of the God Emperor, the ordained pilot, keeper of the Imperial vessel verdict, I place my life and loyalty in your hands. Congratulations, you are now, by all proper rights, captain of the ship. Can you hear a bulkhead's groan? The gun cutter likes you. The verdict is beautiful. And she'll get even better, Commander, I promise. Yes, Commander, we can take off right now, if such as you wish. Give me a couple minutes to warm up the engines and recite the litany of ignition. After that, we can be off onto the world's surface or into the depths of the void. All right. Yeah, we're supposed to go here first. Look at us, we're fast. Yeah, we want to take all these guys with us. I think we've got room for way more guys in this one, too, which is cool. A larger party. And so I think we're now at the point of what we did last time. So, press any key.
Out! We're all gonna die in here. This evil come for us again.
Yay, we got voices. Acolyte Warbird has been reinstated and is ready to undertake new missions. Journal. Okay, so select a priority mission. hurry the low levels of the Hive City before, okay. Okay, we need to find Inquisitor Millicenta and Sister Septima. Alright. Hello there, Upper Hivers. You need to know a couple things before you go any further. I'm here to make sure everybody knows what's what right out of the gate. The Baron and his carvers are in charge of this town. We keep order here, so watch yourself and you'll be good. I'll do whatever I want and watch whoever. No, we'll go. I believe I have the full picture. Take care, Upper Hiver. Don't get yourself in trouble.
God Emperor all-powerful, grant me the strength and patience to overcome all trials.
Change the warband. A group of onlookers prevents you from overlooking the chest. Disperse the crowd by shooting over their heads.
Run away!
That's right, you GTFO. I got guns. Sleight of hand. There we go. What do we got? Okay. Just goods. Okay. So what is this? Where does this store go? Door's locked with a heavy-duty padlock. Without a key, not even an explosion can help you open it. Okay.
No sense in delaying.
What is this? Locals have locked the passage to the other side to keep the excited crowd from forcing its way into the residential district. Alright.
You've got the wrong man.
Inspect wits.
Let me go.
Adequate.
A symbol daubed in blood, incomprehensible to the dull-witted residents of the Hab Zone. This is how the local preachers mark the houses of those who are insufficiently zealous in their service to him. Well. Oh, here we go.
He's on his own. Take him down, boy. I'll crack your head open for the Emperor!
There we go. There's an Ogren. There's our Ogren buddy. The Ogren before you is so huge that it makes him look like a walking slab of rock. His body bears enough burns and wounds to kill any ordinary human, and yet they barely seem a nuisance to this giant. He takes a menacing step towards you, raising his weapon with a growl. Guardsman, stop. Enough. You fought well.
Guardsman? They don't call me Guardsman? Sometimes Sergeant Ollie calls me you there, or Hab-human, but not Guardsman. You're not the enemy, I thinks. Then, are you reinforcement?
We'll give him a Medicaid kit. Take this. You should treat your wounds.
For me? I'm not allowed. It's what the sergeant says. But he's not here, so I'll take it.
Tell me your name, Ogren. The Ogren hesitates before showing you the tattoo on his biceps. 0118B. Are you actually called 018B?
Yes. Inventory number. But you can call me Coke. It's what the sergeant calls me.
What happened here?
We was on patrol. These ones came at us. Wounded the sergeant. He gave me orders. Hold position until reinforcement comes. The sergeant went to cover the rear, he said.
So you're alone out here? No one from your unit survived?
I'm with Sergeant Ollie. He went to get reinforcement, but he'll be back.
I wouldn't count on it, pal. I can't help but wonder why a squad of Fusiliers had to meet an inglorious death in this hole. But what matters right now is that we can't abandon Ash Military property, which is what this Hab-human is. Either it'll end up in the wrong hands or it'll cause a lot of trouble if we leave them unsupervised. Not to mention we have to return him to command. Not to mention these boneheads are terribly expensive. The loyalty of this paltry-minded abhuman deserves more than what he's received for faithful servants. You can't be allowed to be remained here without command. You are the property of the Imperium, and I must come with me until this matter has been cleared up.
I got orders. The sergeant said, hold position. Until the sergeant says so, I not leave position.
Perhaps I should help you look for the sergeant.
I not know. But the sergeant was wounded. That's bad. Should find him, maybe.
I don't know what the sergeant looks like. Come with me, and you can help me recognize him.
I got orders. But the sergeant has been gone long. Maybe he got lost. Maybe more of these ones attacked him. Have to find the sergeant. All right, we'll go. But can't leave Fusiliers like that. There's boats here, and those reinforcements are always late.
I'll inform command about the bodies.
All right. You'll command until we find Sergeant Ollie. Then he'll command. He knows what to do.
Good job, Sergeant Ollie. Okay. Missing sergeant. So we gotta do the missing sergeant. We gotta find him. Okay. Turn on.
Initiating Vox frequency tracking mode.
Okay. Well, let's look at a map. Alright, we're right here. Alright, let's just explore, I guess. Okay, so we can't get through there, so let's go down here. Nope.
Moving.
Pull. Pull, Ogren. We got goods. Collect all. Oh, yeah. We gotta look at our Ogren. He's strong and tough. And now he's got boots.
Reconnoitering.
Okay, tech use. Turn on. Okay, we're going away from the... Okay, that's that door we couldn't open. Alright, let's...
So, if I take on 3 more shifts, I can become the 5th assistant to the deputy attendant. I'm gonna have to step it up.
Medicaid.
It'll
The
work
monster-
next time.
The monstrous spawn of the deep sea of the Monatorium Sectoris. I mean, that thing looks nice. It doesn't look like it's chaos tainted at all. Not even in the least. Alright, let's see what's going on. All these places.
I can become the 5th assistant to the deputy attendant.
Moving.
I'm gonna have to step it up.
Alright, let's continue here. Okay. I'm gonna enter regs. Inspect. A woman swathed in rags quite skillfully avoids drawing attention. Her eyes intently sweeping over the people around her. Okay.
Never still for long.
There's Sister Septimia. Inspect. What do we got here? The Battle Sisters field bunker, the modular design allows it to be deployed even on the unstable ground of Mars Victoria. Inspect.
This is a gloomy
The
place.
burnt corpses smell of
Living
Promethean
here is
insects.
its own punishment. I can't wait to get back up top.
Leander de Taral's acolyte. I remember you. Rarely does one meet acolytes who bear the burden of their duty with such zeal. Continue to be steadfast in your undertakings, and you shall learn the grace of serving the God Emperor.
Lord Inquisitor Zerby sent me to assist you, sister, yet I know... do you work alongside Inquisitor Melisenta?
Inquisitor Millicentilia is conducting her own
Millicentilia.
investigation here. Her efforts are, without doubt, directed at supporting the Tyrantine Cabal. Yet, upon learning of my arrival, she did not see fit to join my righteous mission. Our talks about working together have stalled, and she now avoids my company.
Her frosty tone leaves no uncertainty. Despite her attempts to make light of the situation, there is no love lost between the Sister of Battle and the Inquisitor.
Given Inquisitor Millicentilia's dire circumstances, it is all the more surprising that her agent, Rufinus Scragg, is probing the Marisportum Sectoris on some mission. I must know what he is trying to sniff out. My people have lost track of him, therefore I entrust this task to you. According to the report, the agent bears an old burn covering half of his face, and an augmentation on the lower part of his left leg, below the knee. These distinguishing features will guide you in your search.
So Scragg's whereabouts are unknown to you?
He who is charged with watching the agent failed in his duty, and now pays the price for that negligence. This, however, was merely a temporary lapse.
You want me to spy on the agents of another Inquisitor?
Yes, I want to be kept informed of developments, and Mistress Millicentilia is slow to share intelligence. My people are needed here, but you are a different matter.
I will do whatever I can.
It is heartening to see that you grasp the significance of this mission.
Lord Inquisitor Zerby sent me to assist you, sister, yet I know nothing of your
I
objectives.
thank the God Emperor for this. Corruption cannot disturb an empty mind. For now, you need only know what I tell you. First, Inquisitor Millicentilia has lost the greater part of her servants in this hab zone. This has slowed her investigations, and, consequently, our joint work. Find out what happened to them as soon as you can. Otherwise, Inquisitor Millicentilia will be forced to spend time she should be devoting to saving Calixis. Second, my servant Dirkus was to make contact with the local preacher Ursimus. His orders were to question Ursimus and bring me the particulars I require. Dirkus has the gall not to present himself before me. You must descend into the bowels of this rotten place, learn where Dirkus is now, and bring him to me. You will recognize my servant by the robes of the ecclesiarchy, black hair cropped short, and the implant plate set into his forehead.
Since when are we obliged to act like lackeys for the Adeptus Sororitas?
The Lord Inquisitor has transferred all of you to serve under my command
no, he didn't.
for the duration of this mission. Therefore, at present, you are to follow my orders. What happens afterward, only the God Emperor knows.
Are you suggesting we search the whole hab zone to find Dersius?
To avoid fruitless searching, go to Confessor Ursimus, head of the Flock of Repentance. He dwells in the so-called Upper Town. You will find him at the very top. The workers' devotional service should be drawing to a close, so you may pass through the gates freely. Say that I sent you, and he will reveal every secret. You arrived with sufficient haste, so I judge Dirkus could not have been swept away in the toxic surge. Bring him to me alive and whole.
Find the preacher, Dirkus, and return him. The objective is clear.
I am not finished yet. Since the last tidal surge, people have been disappearing from these parts. Most of the missing were certainly swallowed by the raging flood, yet others vanished afterward. People continue to go missing. On some nights, as many as 50 can be unaccounted for. Among other tasks, you must discover what became of those unfortunates and who is responsible for their disappearance. That is all for now. Go and see to it.
Okay. Wits.
Effective, as always.
Sister Sapinia's banner. It commemorates the obscure saint of the Order of the Sacred Rose. Okay, we're 91 here. We got some goods down here. Okay.
Always on the move.
Alright, so let's look at our journal. So, inquisitorial cases, missing persons. The Acolytes must investigate the abandoned camp of Inquisitor Millicenta's missing workers and reconstruct the events that took place. Echo of the Unearthed. Okay, we need to question Confessor Erasmus. Find Inquisitor Millicenta. Okay. Inquisitorial Journal. On the trail. What is the current status? Millicentia's agent. Rufus Scragg. Agent of the Golden Throne, the retinue of Inquisitor Millicenta investigating Merispatoris Secrus. An unknown mission. Agents identifying marks, an old burn covering half his face, left leg and augmented below the knee. Okay. Agent's mission. Okay. And then missing persons. Preacher Dursius. Oh, he's a little crazy looking. Okay. Alright. Okay.
You have my attention. Following the plan. Executing.
Okay, shoot that
With
and knock
purpose.
it down. There we go. We got some goods over here. There we go. We are out of range on our search.
Delay.
Okay, let's look at our map. Yeah, we're here. Okay, there's the excavation site. Let's go to the excavation site, shall we? Oh, how do we get there? Alright, there we go. A reinforced container heavy corroded. If you drop something heavy on it, it will surely break open. You. Sweep. We don't have an ogring gun.
At once. I always land on my feet. I'll make it work. A waste of time. It will be done.
What a good use of a sniper rifle.
I'll make it work.
We'll drop a heavy rock on it. Crash. Goods. Give me the goods. Alright, let's go to the excavation
Moving.
site. Let's go to the excavation site. Well, that's good. So we can fast travel around. Hey, Mike, what's up? So this is in beta now. You actually got to make a group. No fighting throughout the entire first
My
part.
patience is grown thin, old man. We can proceed to the next stage of interrogation, though you will find it even less to your liking.
Oh, we should save. Oh, we didn't save.
Have you remembered anything?
We have guests, Inquisitor. The acolyte who has been prowling around Maris Portum. That's him, Mistress.
Anton Zerb's newest protege. I thought you'd make an appearance sooner or later. Spess, I've not seen you in some time. It is a pity that you've decided to use your talents in the service of another Inquisitor.
Epony gives the Inquisitor a reserved nod, but does not say a word in response. I am here to provide assistance in your mission.
Is that so? I did not request any assistance from the Cabal. Since you are here, that means you were sent by Lord Inquisitor Zerb. Only he knows about the mission. Gareth, see to the witness's wounds. He is not permitted to die before the end of the interrogation. Dariel, I'll be waiting for a report on our progress. As for you, your arrival is the best evidence that the Lord Inquisitor is losing patience. Isn't that correct?
To tell the truth, I need your help. You're an expert on ancient Xenos. What crime did he commit? I am only a messenger, Inquisitor. Please stay your anger. Is there any way I can be of help to you? Lord Inquisitor wishes to know the reason for your prolonged stay in the Sanctoris and is offering his assistance.
My expedition team has gone missing from the excavation site. Workers, disciples of the machine cult, and guards. It started with the first seaquake that hit this hab zone. The workers complained of fatigue and ceaseless nightmares. This is not a local incident. People all over the Maris Portum Sectoris are suffering from similar symptoms. Many of them have likewise disappeared without a trace. More and more are going missing every day. Reports have shown that these disappearances are systematic, so we can rule out natural population decline. We must learn why people in the Hab Zone are disappearing, and you will begin your investigations right here in my camp. Even an amateur could see there are signs of looting. It might have been more than one group. Was it several? Find out. Reconstruct the events that took place at the camp. I graciously give you my permission to use the sacred mechanisms bestowed upon the Ordo Xenos by members of the Cult Mechanicus. And do not forget to interrogate the witness. The old man knows something, but it seems my methods have caused him to lose the last of his memory. I do not have time to coax the answers out of him, so you will deal with it instead. When you are done, report everything you have learned. Any questions?
Said my task is to learn why people are disappearing from the Hab Zone. Would it not be better to focus our efforts on finding the workers instead?
It is true that rescuing rabble is not my responsibility. However, I cannot ignore the fact that there is some connection between the timeframes of these disappearances, both of my people and the locals. There is also the mysterious circumstances of these disappearances, and the spread of nightmares in the Hab Zone.
That's not good. Spreads
As
of
for what that
nightmares in the
connection
Hab Zone
is,
is not good.
That is for you to find out. Try not to announce to all of Maris Portum that the Inquisition is operating here. Though even if you introduced yourself as the Lord Inquisitor, I doubt anyone in this place would believe you.
What have you been searching for down here?
Do your job, Acolyte.
And what will you be doing while I perform this task?
I have other equally important matters to attend to. And asking me such questions requires a level of trust that you have not earned.
Hollow Invoker? I've never heard of such a
That
machine.
is unsurprising. This is a rare piece of archaeotech that even I had to go to great lengths to obtain. The spirits of such machines have the ability to briefly project hololithic images based on the archived data.
Ready to start my investigation.
One of my specialists is already investigating the lower level of the excavation. Find out what he's been able to discover. Take this amulet. That way he'll know I sent you. I expect the two of you to work together on this. I need results.
All right. So, our first investigation. All right, inspect. The authorization code is required to access the sacred machine. What kind of goods do we have? Good, give me that one. Okay, you. The old man looks up at you, exhaustion written on his empty gaze. His dry fingers fiddle mindlessly with the edges of his blood-stained rags.
It's a rare fortune to see an acolyte of a dead Inquisitor. not follow him to the grave on the Cabal's orders.
Numerous signs of bruising, superficial damage to the surface layers of the skin, apparent loss of integrity in some of the smaller bones. The procedure was performed with sufficient expertise to ensure that the witness would not expire, yet retain the ability to feel pain. Still, I would recommend refraining from further application of violence, given the subject's age.
If you tell me everything you know, you'll live. The old man nods with visual Albert. Tell me what you've already told the Inquisitor, and don't even think of hiding anything. What do you know about the nightmares? Have you noticed anything suspicious in Mausoleum?
I have, Master. I have. There's those divers living by the shore. Madmen all, I tell you. One day, there I was, walking along the shore, seeing what the sea might have brought. I look over, and it's them divers. Chanting something, or maybe it was witchcraft, I couldn't tell. And then they started dumping corpses in the water. I took off running. It was horrible. I heard those apostates worship some sea creature like it's a saint.
That's
It's
heresy.
why they butcher people, to offer them to the beast. But I haven't seen it
That's
myself,
definitely
Master.
heresy.
But it's what people say.
What do you know about the nightmares affecting the people in Mausoleum?
Oh, I know about the sleep sickness. When the sea started shaking, that's when the nightmares came. Everyone came down with it. Those flock of repentance folk say it's the God Emperor warning us, telling us to repent. But I don't know about any of that, Master. I just want to get by.
Tell me about this flock of repentance.
Believers from his congregation, Master. They've lost their way, though. They've all forgotten St. Sibelius's name. And now they say everyone should cleanse themselves through pain. They say that's how we can serve the God Emperor and save ourselves from the nightmares. They have a leader. Fancy old name. I forget what it was. But I did see their marks around the camp. Written in blood, they were.
Tell me what you've already told the Inquisitor, and don't think of hiding anything.
Yes, Master. I used to scoop grease off your food vats here. Traded it for rations at the market. The first time that great machine of yours went all quiet, I waited a little and came to see what this place was about. I saw intruders here with weapons. So I hid in one of them vats, and they didn't spot me. That's where I've been hiding every time since. But now you've found me after all.
Describe the intruders.
About a dozen of them there was. They had guns. Scary folks. Could have been bandits or such like. I didn't get a good look at them. But they weren't here for the food vats, that's for sure.
Is that everything? Don't forget, the more you tell me, the better your chances of living.
The Baron. The Baron's orders were that no one was to come near this place. But those armed intruders, they look like his lot.
I've learned what I needed to know. You're free to go.
Oh, St. Sibelius. Thank you, Master. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Alright, let's see what Gareth has
I
to
hope
say.
we can be done with...
Maris Portum is a backwater like any other. There is no one here who might think to cross.
Okay. Well, let's head to the lower level of the excavation. While we're here, we might as well do our investigation. Okay, what do we got here? There are knife marks on the inside of the vat. Someone tried to scrape over the hard leftover porridge. Alright. Roll away the tractor. Tech use. Nice, some goods. We got auto-aim glove. Whenever the wearer makes a precise attack from distance, the hit chance of this attack is increased by 18%. Oh gee, I wonder who those are gonna go on. Those are gonna go on us. Oh, what? Oh, requirement Crute. Well, that's kind of a spoiler. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. Knife ears.
I see you bear the pendant of Inquisitor Millicentilia. Greetings, emissary.
May he steal our hearts, so that we might banish all doubt of the righteousness of humanity. May he grant us the strength to bring just retribution upon the enemies of humanity.
Correct. The Inquisitor sent me.
Your arrival is timely. I just finished my rituals of perceiving.
Hi Martin. Inquisitor Melisente isn't squeamish about the tool she uses. She's brought a Xeno sorcerer, and right under Septimia's nose.
Heresy. The heresy of pride, which spurs one to believe in one's own exceptionality, and the heresy of consorting with the enemies of humanity.
You are of the Eldari, sentient, highly evolved Xenos, enemies of humanity.
You have guessed my race, but I am no foe to you or your tribe. Inquisitor Millicentilia and I have forged a temporary alliance, one that benefits us both.
I must admit that the Inquisitor has always adhered to a principle of tolerance toward alien species capable of communication.
To business. You should have information for me.
Inquisitor Millicentilia wished to know if sorcery was involved in the disappearance of her underlings. Sorcery of a special kind, which has its source in the darkest corruption. I hear the echo of what your kind calls the Empyrean.
The war.
However, in this sound I discern not the foulness of that which the Monkey call the arch-enemy, but ancient fatigue and the malevolence of a twisted mind.
So what he's saying is Monkey is what they call humans and stuff. Arch-enemies, chaos. But so he's saying that he doesn't sense chaos. Okay. Tell me more about this echo of the Empyrean.
It is powerful, all-consuming, and at the same time, feeble, like the sigh of a song lost in a labyrinth. Sorcery of monstrous power that served its purpose, whatever it was, and then vanished without a trace.
The malevolence of a twisted mind, but not the arch-enemies? Question mark?
Your people are too young, and your perception of existence too rudimentary for you to comprehend the Empyrean in any depth. I will only say that the corrupting forces from beyond the veil hold sway over many creatures. There can be no doubt that the secrets of such species lie buried in the past of this sector. Secrets whose very revelation would imperil your feeble mind.
I believe that is everything I needed to know. I must go, Xenos.
Lathir Canereth. Use my name when addressing me, small creature. It is time I left this place as well. If you wish to ask new questions, I will be nearby.
Okay. So, let's head all the way over here. So, we already searched in that. Okay. What's this? The vid screen's lumens flicker fiercely. Someone must have angered the machine spirit. Good job, Big Daddy. Foreman report. Layers of rock removed. Unsanctioned beliefs are confirmed to be spreading among the workers, which has led to active violence. Perpetrators are isolated. No intervention from Inquisitor M necessary. Requested a 4-hour shift extension. Okay, let's check out the Inquisitorial Journal. So, missing persons. Okay. The divers killed the expedition members. Okay, so that missing expedition. All the workers and guards have disappeared. The Eldari believes result of the actions of is not the result of actions of mortals. Alright. This is field camp. The Eldari claims to sense echoes of incredibly powerful warp sorcery at the excavation site. Okay. The divers perform sinister rituals on the shore of the town in which they throw bloody corpses into the sea. Okay. Well, we're definitely not ready to make a report yet. Okay. Let's work our way around the whole site.
Always on the move.
See what we can see. Oh, we got some lore, some heresy. Oh, we found some goods. Nice. Some promethium. The religious symbols of the Mausoleum fanatics have been sketched by an inexpert trembling hand. A clear attempt to imitate the real thing. There we go. Okay. The servitors at the bottom of this pit have frozen in unnatural poses. There's no apparent signs of damage, and yet they seem to ignore all commands and make no attempts to return to the camp. Okay. Oh, we don't have a belt to charge. God damn it. Someone has ripped out the sacred circuits from the guts of this cogitator. The console is shattered and a bundle of sparkling cables. Servo Sentinel.
No sense in delaying.
I wish... Oh, there's goods. Last got sniper rifle. Well, hold on. Oh, let's inspect that. Awareness. Strange tracks. The ripped tent shows signs of claws and beaks. Let's see the widths.
Resolved.
The mud around it. Okay. So, I think the other thing we need to do is...
Everything we need to make progress in the case is in this camp.
What's that? We have it. Fragmented column is splintered off. The metal near it is melted. Both pointing to a shot from a las weapon. Okay, let's go here real quick. Before we come back. So... let's go to Lower Town real quick. We need to get a thing to blow that up. And besides, we can do a little more investigating the other things while we're here.
Leaving the camp, Acolyte? You must have a very good reason for ignoring my orders. Would you care to share it with me?
I found leads connected to Mausoleum. I must follow up on them.
You hope to make progress in the investigation without examining the scene of the incident. I had a higher opinion of Leander and his ability to train his own acolyte.
Do you expect me to finish the reconstruction without looking at every detail first? Fine, I will return and finish the reconstruction.
I hope this is the last.
Okay, apparently. What did we just find? Oh, see?
Traces of fading psychic force activity detected. Changing scan mode to construct a hollow projection based on residual particles not suitable for standard visual analysis.
A strange, unnaturally spherical in shape. Inspect. The echoing footfalls cause the stone dust to fall from the spiral grooves of the drill. Examine.
Keeping my eyes open. Worse than the ogre could.
Oh, what do we got over here? Part of an ancient structure is buried under the rubble. This ruin was of no interest to the expedition. Okay. Well, that's lame. Should have had melted charges with us. It's my fault for not buying some when I had the chance. Okay, what do we have here? Examine. The tracks are left by steel-toed workboots are intermingled with other prints. It's difficult to work out what happened here. So let's scan it.
Multiple prints detected on the bedrock and surrounding area. Initiating scan for further analysis.
Ground is covered in iridescent stains, a thick, oily stench clogs your nostrils, but cannot completely... Okay, well, let's go over here. Crates of physaline found. The workers could not have used up the entire supply of explosives. Someone must have stolen it.
Registering signs of a confrontation between two armed groups.
Okay. Examine the crates scattered around the camp have been crudely forced open. If there was anything of value inside, it's already been pilfered.
Registering evidence of forced access to the storage. Incident classified as an act of sacrilege and subversion of the authority of the Holy Order. Entry.
Install that. Okay. Install that. Okay. Let's go over. Did we already go up here? We did. Okay.
That one.
I don't have a melted charge. God damn it. Oh. Need to install the Holloway broker. There we go. Okay, we just had to install all three of them. Okay, so let's watch who attacked the excavation site. Bandits. Who was attacked at the excavation site? Expedition members. Who ransacked the camp? Who was attacked? Okay. Why are there tracks from work boots here? The expedition members left the camp. The expedition members were taken away by force. Boot tracks should not belong to the workers. That's the Baron. Expedition members were taken away by force. I think so. Who ransacked the camp? Well, hold on. Let's look at the journal. Okay. Okay, reputation, inquisitorial journal. Missing persons. Strange tracks. Someone's attempting to cover up the presence of strange creatures at the excavation site. Whoop. Let's talk to Lothar a little bit more.
Something you wanted from me, small creature? Save your breath. I am a Wayseeker, and I am here because Inquisitor Millicent Tillia is offering me protection on my mission, in exchange for my gift. Those who follow the path...
Here's the Acolyte. Lathir has already informed me that...
You have unusual assistance.
Some things are more accessible to the cunning mind and heightened perceptions of an Eldari. This is your chance to make use of his abilities. It would be unwise to spurn it.
Awareness test. You cannot hold the throne of attention and the Inquisitor Stone.
An Ogrin with enhanced intelligence. You don't come across too many of those outside the Astra Militarum. Interesting escort you have.
That usually tells me I'm smart. Not that I'm interesting.
I question the witness.
Do you plan to inform me every time you sneeze? Draw your conclusions and submit a full report, Acolyte.
Return later. Alright. Who attacked the excavation sites? I definitely think... Okay, armed intruders, they definitely attacked. Okay. Who was attacked at the excavation site? The expedition members. Okay, who racked at the camp bog beasts? The expedition was taken away by force. Yeah, because it's barren. Okay. So let's do this thing.
Have you learned anything useful?
Ready to discuss what happened at the camp.
Are you sure you have not missed anything?
I'm sure I have a working theory.
You think my camp was ransacked by bog beasts? An interesting theory. Well, why not? We will look for bird-headed mutants wearing Inquisition uniforms.
New lead. Continue.
A skirmish took place here, no doubt about it, but you are overlooking an important detail. If my people had been in the camp, no one could have got in, not even if all of Maris Portum had attacked the perimeter. Besides, what about the strange footprints you found? I assure you, there are no four-toed mutants in my expedition team. You think threats from some ragtag bandits would induce an armed Inquisition expedition to leave their posts? I find that hard to believe. Some of your conclusions are tenuous. Too tenuous. I cannot rely on inaccurate information.
Well, you're the one that told me I couldn't leave.
Either way, we have one indisputable piece of evidence. The tracks leading out of the camp. Look, they are crisp, clearly made by heavy work boots. But I already said my people would never leave their posts willingly. Find out where they lead. Can you manage that? Something strange is afoot in Maris Portum. My agent, Rufinus Scragg, has been working undercover in this God Emperor forsaken place for several months already. We were due to meet at the excavation site, but the latest seaquake cut off our communication. Track him down and help him with his mission, if necessary. Tell him that Lady M sent you. He will aid you in your investigation.
Am I permitted to know the particulars of Agent Scragg's mission?
I tasked Scragg with investigating a clan of swamp mutants on the outskirts of the Hab Zone and assessing their usefulness to the Tyrantine Cabal. These are his reports. Study them. That will be enough to start with.
How will I recognize him?
Rufinus prefers to cover his face, but if you pay close attention, you will spot other signs. His augmented lower left leg, or his tattoos. Memorize them, Acolyte. This is how my people recognize each other. Any other questions?
Sister said Timia asked me to find out what your agent is doing on the outskirts of Mazzapatorium.
Think carefully about what you will tell her. Betray the Inquisition, and it won't
don't
just be
worry.
your career
I
that
don't like
comes
the
to a
Emperor
swift and
Brothers.
invidious end.
These so-called bog beasts, they're crude, aren't they?
Clever. Indeed, it refers to the Kroot, carnivorous Xenos native to a different part of the galaxy. This clan is settled on the outskirts of the Hab Zone, and has been under observation by the Ordo Xenos for some time. Keep its existence a secret, until the mission is complete.
I'm ready to begin investigating.
This case is not as simple as it appears. Do not rush to any conclusions. Turn over every stone in Maris Portum before you send your case report. Your task is to dig until you uncover the truth, not to pin the blame on the first person you meet. Find out what happened to my workers. I hope you understand me, Acolyte.
Alright, so let's look at our inquisitorial journal. Alright, so we are monodominant. Gross. Yeah. Oh, cool. So we get bonuses as we go up. Characteristic archetypes. Journal. Missing persons. Send a report when we're done. Explore Monatorium. The Observer. We need to find Rufius Scrag. Inquisitorial Journal. Okay, on the trail. Agent's mission. Mission was trying to find Kroot. Agent's reports. Analyze the data.
Initiating data upload to the sacred repository. Data decoded, structured, and appended to the case evidence.
Okay. The agent demanded the clan weaken, deemed the clan weakened, but believed its potential could be unlocked. Okay. Alright. Agents identifying marks. Agents identifying marks. Okay. Comparison data required. Okay, so we've got that. Alright. Now, let's look at the missing persons. So... the field camp. The camp was ransacked by the bog beasts. Source reconstruction. The Kroot clan. Research. The Kroot's purpose in life is to absorb the best genes for the evolution of their race. Yeah, we know that. Okay. Looker's footprints. Okay. Spherical prints. Research.
Identifying anomalies in visual representations.
The source of the tracks and their
Any
purpose could not be
deviation from the norm
identified.
will be made.
What a bizarre marks. Real space itself split at the seams and an unknown force repaired the tear. The Psyker believes the mark was once a rift in real space, now perfectly stitched back together by an unknown force. Okay. Foreman's notes. Research.
The investigation of the evidence provided the following information.
I had begun secretly following teachings of the repentance. See, I wish I'd have done this before I did this. Crates of Physaline. Pursue your lead. Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go, dog show. Okay. Oh, there's footprints. Oh, we're following the footprints. Very cool. I like the detective stuff.
Scanning of the tracks has been discontinued. Continuing the search beyond the camp's perimeter is recommended.
Lower Town. Lower Town. We will track them all down. We will track down all our leads. Millicenta's people leave no witnesses. The old colleger was lucky to receive a quick death from a gunshot wound to the head. Well, we told him he'd live. We didn't kill him, so...
We shouldn't talk. It attracts attention.
Faint trails of footprints takes us east. Okay.
Reconnoitering.
Trail of footprints familiar with the tracks left behind. You must pinpoint the specific footprints you're looking for. Okay. Well, those are clearly this way.
So, if I take on 3 more shifts, I can become the 5th assistant to the deputy attendant. I'm gonna have to step it up.
What journal did we hit? Echo of the Unearthed. Postus. The trail of footprints. Okay. Did we find something?
Keeping my eyes open.
Alright, let's... Oh, we got goods up here. Fire grenade. Trail of footprints airmail with all the trash left behind. Okay.
No sense in delaying.
Oh, what do we get? An axe. Okay.
Hey, you with a tin throat. The Baron politely asks do you pack it in with these sermons. If you try to make a fuss, he'll ask you impolitely.
Hate this ignorance. Once again you stand in the way of repentance. Once again you take salvation away from these people. We will endure it, but only for now.
Yeah, endure it. That's what the God Emperor told you to do. The rest of you, get out of here. Don't you have jobs to do?
Let's separate the footprints leading to the shore. Okay. So we might have to come back here.
We are all filth, but these are filthier than the rest. Their souls are stained with vice.
Keeping my eyes open.
In the Ogren, there are no excavation workers here. Okay. And we already did everything down here, right? Yep. Okay. So let's head back then. All right. Okay, let's separate the footprints heading to the upper town.
Success!
awful lot of clean shirts hanging around. Oh.
Let's go to Ink, Truth, and the Trader here. The woman standing behind the counter has an impressive mane woven from dried seaweed and wears clothing crafted from an old deep-sea diving suit. A tarnished, time-worn copper aquila hangs on her chest. She smiles at you, receiving 2 rows of blue-black teeth.
Step right up and take your pick, Master. Inktooth offers the best the sea has to toss up.
These boots belong to an officer of the Astra Militarum.
What? How was I to know? I traded rotten fish for 'em. So go knock on her door. How about you take 'em off my hands before I get into trouble?
Where can I find this rotten fish?
You'll have to go to the island where the hermits make their home, Master.
Here, take this for your trouble. Inspect the knife.
This knife used to belong to a daring man. He wielded it to shield his family from the swamp mutants and lost his life. Later, his children brought me the knife. I traded them 3 rations for it.
Let's trade.
Great choice, Master. Give it a little scrape with a slipstone, and it'll sharpen right up, good as new.
Are you selling or trading? I have a few skins
What am
on
I
me.
supposed to do with sense, kind Master? We've never used money around here. We trade everything. If you have Medicaid kits, that's crackin'. They're much needed here. I'll trade anything for them. Guessing will do as well. The Baron's charging triple for it these days. Come back anytime.
Alright. Trader. Trade. Okay. So what do you have? You've got rope, which we should probably have. Okay, that's all you have. Sell all junk. There we go. That works. Deal. Oh. And that. And that. Deal. There we go. Okay. Okay, there's ink suit. There's a flop creature. Let's clear that.
Injured? Don't worry.
Okay, that's just a ladder from down below.
The most difficult fracture.
Okay, Reculgar, Mercer Town Local, Inktooth. Alright.
Right up and take your... What am I supposed to do with... Come back anytime, kind
Let's see what those items we got were. Okay, we got a Strange Charm. Got a las gun. Don't need it. Servo Sentinel. Fusilier boots. Okay. Got keep a fire grenade on there. Okay, multi-key. We need to... There was that other guy we just saw, Trader Carver. She said there was somebody else. Let's go up here. Let's see what's up here.
Moving. Put your claws away. I spotted the thing first.
What do we got here? Cape of the Champion. Whenever an enemy loses mouth within the wearer's influence, the wearer gains 3 armor durability. Alright.
This is my dump, and everything in it's mine too.
What's this? Pictures, looks like. Got a bolt through my gizzard.
Alright, let's get
Be on your
across.
guard.
Alright. Tech use.
Mind your surroundings.
Okay. Let's get across. A rope is needed here. Okay. We have a rope. Okay,
Adequate.
Alright, what do we got here? Okay. Search.
The Holy Ordos teach vigilance.
Commander!
We have an Exorcist ring. Where's damage over time effects? Deal 4 damage to Xenos and demons. And a lasgun.
It's a Fusilier. What we want with a blockade is what he said. Yeah. I liked his buttons. Pretty.
Oh, cut off his gold-plated buttons and give him a cog.
Commander, it's a Fusilier. What we want with a blockade is what he said. Yeah. I liked his buttons. Pretty.
Okay. Tech use. The huge gear converted into a water wheel is supposed to power the generator, but it actually compromises its integrity. Okay. So let's get across then.
Effective as always.
It's a Fusilier. What we want with a blockade.
Be on your guard.
Okay, well, we got some goods. Alright. We got some more goods. Cracked data slate. A man in scrumptious clothing is shown on a cracked screen. Pickbear's captain Isabel Bardulac went missing 2 weeks ago, last seen in Martara Sectorus. Appearance blonde hair, green eyes, wearing a jacket with a gold-covered scarf around his neck, above average. Gold implant in place of his right hand. Tattoo of 2 skulls on his left leg. Bar supporters are dangerous. Isval was seen on the shore. Madman, why would he come down? Okay.
Tread carefully.
Give me my rope back. Okay. Okay, great. Give me my rope back. Okay.
Success.
Alright. Goods. A rusty valve. Okay. We'll do the sleight of hand first. Alright, we got an Ogren's mace. We got Catachan combat boots. Okay, great. So, let's see here. Whenever an enemy uses morale within the wearer's influence, the wearer gains 3 armor durability. So, probably him, because he's going to be up and in their face. Oh, hold on. Okay, so he can't wear that. Whoop. Whoop. Inventory. Okay, so probably put it on the Catachan Jungle Fighter. Or what is ours? Ours is where's defense is increased by 3. That looks more like a Jungle Fighter cloak. You give me that. Oh, God damn it. Okay. Armor, weapon, accessories, Acolyte's cloak. There we go. Okay. You take that. Nope. You take that cloak. There we go. Yep. Alright, what do we got here? Cog's favorite button. Can only be equipped by Cog. Okay. Cog, definitely. Where's damage over time effects deal to Xenos? And, okay, so that'll probably go on you. Okay, and then we got Catachan combat boost. Burst chance hit. There we go. Alright. Notable set of gold plate buttons. Okay. Stuff we might need for later. Other junk. Okay. Alright, so that's definitely the best way to go about this then. Dreaded lasgun. Lasgun. Oh, here we go. Melee sweep attack. Breaching. This weapon deals more damage to covers. Actually, I like that better. Alright.
Resolved.
Okay, give me my rope back. Alright. Keykeeper? What are you doing, Keykeeper?
The key of an outdated model has been found. Supposition. The key is part of the...
Oh, that was the padlock there. Okay. So, looks like we did everything we need to do there. Alright, let's see what that trader has.
Be on your guard.
Oh, we found some. Sleight of hand it. There we go. What do we got here? The Ripper. That's gotta be an ogre weapon. What do we got here? Adamantine hilt guards. Carbon fiber plates. Okay. Alright, trader. Trade. Okay, Ripper. Oh, what is this? Single shot burst fire, close quarters weapon. Alright, let's get rid of the las gun and the dreaded las gun and the axe. There we go. What all do we have? Okay. Okay, well, we're gonna grab that. We're gonna grab that. Sell all the junk. Deal. Alright. Alright. Let's head down here then. Where does that lead? That leads to the upper town, okay. For Vagrant. Inspect wits.
Adequate.
Each portrait emphasizes distinct features of the subject. They're usually painted with pics and a bounty on their head. Okay. What do we got? Gercio. There we go. Alright.
Bring my eyes open.
No, watch your step, Master. You'll get dirty.
You get dirty footprints all over.
Are you looking for something here, Master? I'll make
Terrified
good for it.
driver.
Please,
Diver.
don't kill me, Master. I've got 2 children.
Why would I bother talking to you if I were here to punish you? Intimidation. If you refuse to answer my question, I'll make sure you're left crippled.
I'll spill it, everything. Please don't cut my hands off. I need them to keep working.
I'm searching for a group who were here not long ago in work gear, clean face that came from the excavation site.
Plenty of folk passed through here. 3 times in the last days, whole groups came through. Just recently, a crowd went by in that direction, toward the upper town. They often hold executions there, and about 15 people ran that way, toward the houses. Oh, that was a while ago, and some headed for the water, quite a few. None but us divers go there willingly. Only hermits and those the flock's driven half mad. The hermits linger there until the end. The others throw themselves off the shore into the sea. I heard a crowd of poor souls went to meet the sea not long ago, stepping off the shore. I didn't witness it. I was below, hauling up this cursed stuff.
That's not good. That seems like heresy.
Well then, thanks for sparing me. I'll be off. Time to dive again soon, to make up for what's been spilled.
Okay, Carver Brute, Carver Brute. I don't know who you are. There's some goods up there. Okay, let's keep working our way towards the water. First, let's save. We'll just call this main. Save. There we go. Alright.
First the flood, now the ferals.
Okay, feral crusher, feral shooter.
Reconnoitering.
Release the divers and I promise you an easy death.
I can't believe you! The Baron's mutt! Everyone knows that your boss saws people's arms and legs off!
Listen, let the fishermen go and you can clear off back to the swamp. I promise I won't shoot you in the back. Not today.
Not today.
Sure, we'll do that. These stinking fools are our best shot at some loot.
Stop, you idiot! Can't you see we've got a situation here?
Oh, shut your trap, newbie. Listen, you're not local, are you? Help us out, eh? I'm Calby, head of...
A new audience? Let's see what happens now.
We can address the tattooed man. Address the woman. Who are you in charge of? This lot? Or address the tattooed man? Let's address the tattooed man.
Call me Dire Spike, I'm in charge here right now. Those bloody ferals, Crimson Fangs lot, got past the guard post and holed themselves up in the hangar. Only there's black sludging divers in there. Now they're asking for ransom. Usually they just grab someone or rob them and run back to the swamp. But they're getting cocky now.
What are we supposed to do, eh? We went to that hole in the ground to get our loot, and those vicious bastards was there. They took out 2 of our squads. Man's got to eat, you know. And now, I've got you.
And they were there, vicious bastards who
luck. What can I say?
Dire Spike, who is this?
Scumbag! These outlaws call themselves ferals. When the water came, the Baron, the boss of us carvers, rose to power and began to restore order. He kicked out the looters and anyone who fought back and took charge of the town. So this lot decided to live in the swamps outside the border. That's how they got the name ferals. Sometimes they come in and cause situations.
Why are you attacking the fishermen? They have nothing for you to take.
What are we supposed to do? We went to the hole in the ground, and the swamp mutants was there. Bad enough when you're crazy, Baron. Sick to those freaks on us. The bastards here ate the whole lot of us. We're not stupid enough to mess with them. But fishermen are easy, but... You know... You can ram your questions down the fish's throat. I've got nothing to say to any mutt of the Barons.
What do you want in exchange for the hostages?
Booze. Lots of booze. My boys are bored without it. If you bring some, maybe we won't kill them all.
I know what.
Wait here, Fang. We're gonna settle this.
Don't take too long in there, all right? My boys are twitchy buggers.
What's your plan?
They're demanding alcohol. Just bring the alcohol, see what happens. I have alcohol already.
Some good news, at least.
You wanted to speak to me about something.
You mentioned poison. The Lumers don't need to know, but me and the boys brew some here. For personal use, you might say.
So we could poison the rock gut. That looks disgusting. Perfect for this spill. I mean, we might as well get rid of the feral. Okay. Chem toxin, poisoned alcohol. All right, give the poison alcohol to the Crimson Fang. Let's do that. The unkempt bandit snatches the bottle from your hand and immediately sucks on it, guzzling greedily. He leaves disgusting red stains on the bottle's neck and passes the drink to others.
Bloody throne, it worked! Good stuff! Get some more, or we'll kill your boggle-eyed friends.
We need to confirm that the hostages are unarmed.
You brought the booze. You can't be all bad. Fine. One person can go. Either you go, or you pick someone.
Let's send in the Ogren.
Look out, lads! A negotiator's coming your way!
The Ogren's the negotiator. Excellent.
Well, did you get a good... What was in the drink? Lads, we've been poisoned! Smoke 'em!
Okay. Eliminate the criminals and prepare for battles. Get your characters into position. Alright. You. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna stay right there. That's fine. Okay. Now, you. Okay, where's you? You. Oh, there we go. There's cover. Okay. You're gonna go right there. You're gonna go there. You're gonna go there. Oh, I can't go there. Oh, I can. Alright. Start the battle. Okay. You're gonna try to hammer at my Ogren. There we go. Good. Good, Ogren. Don't shoot at my Ogren. Stop beating on my Ogren. Stop shooting at my Ogren. Alright, you, what do you got? You've got that. You can light everything on fire. Assail. Targets one enemy. Push. Blaze Weaver. Shield of the Emperor. Or Rhymes Unspoken. Let me turn this way. Okay, if we go there, what if we go here? Can we hit more than... Can we hit 3 of them at the same time? Go ahead and go there. Oh, I should have moved first. Enter. That was a mistake. Yep. Okay. Okay, you've got burst fire. I need to hit my own dude. Go ahead. There we go. And then Jungle Fire, lock and load. Bullet Storm. Okay. Alright, you. All right. Got it. Okay. Arms 39%. Total hit chance. Protected by armor. Oh, total hit chance legs. No. Total hit chance 39. Total hit chance torso. Yeah, just go ahead. Whoop. Yeah, just go ahead and shoot him in the torso. Oh, it's behind cover and can't be targeted. Okay, close. In that case... Torso 100%. Torso injured. Okay, got it. Alright, bring it down.
Can't be done.
There we go. Flamer shot spray. There we go. Slaughter injector, bullet storm, combat surgery. Ah, damn it. Intern. Alright, you. Entered. Alright, you. Shot spray or stream. Four to 6 damage. Oh, did I not hit anything? That was not great.
Ready to fight again. The enemy's efforts are proving fruitful.
Oh, great. He's almost dead. All right, you. All right, let's see. Smash. Let's see here. Okay. You can only hit one at a time. Okay. So. Move. Okay, so move. Oh, he's immobilized, that's right. Repair kit. Miss, got that. Go ahead and endure. And then enter. Okay, maybe we should not have the Bullgrin down there.
This will have to suffice.
Okay. MP is limited. It cannot be increased. Only marked first attacks cost one more. Bullet storm. Rapid fire. Okay, let's do that. That was not great.
Ready to
fire. All right. Let's load game. Let's go to main. So, the combat in this is way harder, by the way. Wondering how we do this.
Baron promised to make everything right. We just have to be patient.
So, let's get down here. Okay, they already talked. Yep. Yep, blah, blah, blah. So, skip enter. There we go. Skip enter, skip enter. Oh, there.
Stop, you idiot! Can't...
Okay.
And you audience?
Call me Die.
What are we supposed to do, eh?
Scumbag!
Okay, address Crimson Fang. Where are you attacking the fishermen?
What are we supposed?
What do you want in exchange for the hostages?
Booze.
Wait here, Fang.
Don't take.
Alright, they're demanding alcohol. Why not give it to them?
I suggest we use Lord Commander Cherzo's tactics. During an assault on a fortress of heretics, he bribed smugglers to deliver a shipment of provisions laced with paralytic poisons. We could likewise find some effective toxin and add it to the drink.
If you get the drink, I'll handle the rest.
Maybe the poisoning idea is the most promising.
Just be quick about it. This situation needs to go away quickly.
Alright. The sea did not spare makeshift statue of St. Civilis, but its features are visible under a layer of silk. Crates containing half-faded seals of the Astra Militare. The color is ravaged by rust, but remains intact. Alright, there's Carver Brute, Carver Brute.
No point flapping our guns. I've got to get my guys out.
Alright. Okay.
At once. What's the matter, Lumen?
Oh, we gotta talk to Dire Spike, apparently.
Did you find what you were looking for?
You wanted to speak to me about something?
You mentioned poison.
Poison the rocket. Okay. Alright, I'm not gonna send anybody inside.
It worked! Good stuff!
Who do these last think they are? Warband attack. There we go. Alright, battle begins. Prepare for battle. Okay. Ogren, go. Ogren, go there. You go there. You go there. You go there. I don't like the fact that I don't have...
The ferals are at it again.
You go there.
Why don't
Okay,
they
so we've
stay
got
out
him,
in their swamp?
Him. Okay, then Heimar goes. Why don't you go all the way over there? Why don't you go there? There we go. Start the battle. Okay. That's fine. If I can get a shot on him with my main guy. Critical effect. Got it.
No. What's your step, Master? You'll get dirty.
him.
I'll have to wipe up your footprints all over Maris Portum.
The Baron promised to make everything right. We just have to be patient.
There's my guy. Okay, total hit chance. Precise attack. Okay. So... on hit. Torso. Arms. Disrupting concentration. Confirm. There we go. Actually, do I have a way to make myself shoot better?
Oh no, what's your step, Master? You'll get dirty. I'll have to wipe up your footprints all over Maris Portum.
Alright, yeah, we just gotta take a shot here to try to... arms. Missed, damn it. Alright. Why don't we go ahead and have... Whoop. Why don't we go ahead and have you...
It will be done.
Oh, she's not close enough.
When will it end?
Shit.
First the flood, now the ferals?
Well, that was pretty shitty. Especially when I could have made it that guy. Okay. Enter.
Oh no. What's your step, Master? You'll get dirty. I'll have to wipe up your footprints all over Maris Portum.
There we go. Why don't you walk to... There, it still gives him enough. There we go. There we go. Good job, make him burn. Alright. This ability activated, psychic power used by it becomes rhyme and costs 1 HP more. I probably should have.
Charge your body and your mind.
Oh, there we go. Let's not get too crazy with the veil degradation, shall we? Okay. End turn. Okay, that wasn't great. Yeah, right. We killed one. There we go. Oh, did I hit my own guy? Oh, they just closed the gate. All right. He's got charge, but I'm right there on top of him. He missed. Endure. Okay. That was terrible. Okay, they're gone. Great. Okay, madness. Good. Good. There we go. Okay.
Following the plan.
Okay.
With purpose.
Great. Okay, enter. And turn. Alright. There's the morale. Where's the... Oh, it's 6. Okay. Let's go ahead and make this -4, shall we? And then siphon life. Okay, let's go ahead and put it on you. Good, healed him up. Great. Yeah, drop the Veil Degradation. Excellent. If an ally, they also gain that same effect. Blaze Weaver. Every burning. Okay, nobody's burning. Alright, enter. Ah, that guy is just slaughtering them. Okay. Alright, and then let's do combat surgery. To our big boy. There we go. Great. Alright, move closer for interaction. There we go. We don't have any melta charges. There we go. Good job, Cog. All right. Oh yeah, you're definitely going there. Okay. Legs 100%. Confirm. Shoot him in the leg. Great. Enemy surrender. Select. Execute the enemy. There we go. Got it. What do we got? Heavy armor, flak armor. We got hammers. Collect all.
Moving.
Collect all. All right. All right, we did it. The bandit with the luminarium tattoo stands loose-limbed and relaxed, as if he were the one who had just killed all the ferals.
Pretty little bloodbath that was. Oh, but not all the fish eyes made it, though. So, looks like you owe me for the loss, eh? Ah, come on, I'm just pulling your leg. A few divers, more or less. Who cares? Here, take this for the trouble.
What is this sludge you're so worried about?
Raw material from the sea bottom. The divers bring it to shore, and the Baron makes good guessing out of it. Valuable stuff.
Glad I should help. Should be going now. Okay, so let's go get these goods. Nice, we got rope. We got sanctified chainsword engine.
Success!
Stinking black liquid swashes around inside the barrel. Strange, it's unlikely that waste would be stored with such care. Alright. So, let's go talk to that person that was in here. Let's look at that. Okay. Crates containing half-faded seals of the Astra Militarum. Let's talk to Cody. An aged woman with a small, weather-beaten face is polishing the helmet of a diving suit. When you approach, she stops and raises her weary eyes to meet yours.
Thanks for my boys, by the way. The Baron's oath would never have pulled anyone out. What is it you want?
You have Faisal crates in your warehouse. Are you aware that this is theft?
Oh. What crates? Oh. We found them in the sea. People throw a lot of nice stuff into the water and we put it to good use. We keep our suits and hoses in these lockers. Everything we need for diving, basically.
What is that profane idol in your settlement? Looks heretical.
Heretical? God Emperor have mercy. Oh, didn't you recognize the saint? Who's the idolater here then, eh?
Idolater?
That's Sibelius the Infallible. The sea roughed him up a bit, of course, but we're no strangers to that, so we dredged him up from the bottom, stood him up, and now we honor him just like rotten fish instructed.
Good, now we know rotten
The
fish.
locals call me Kelby. I lead the divers in this hab zone. I take them down to the very bottom and retrieve what the Baron really likes. With this pretty mouth here.
Tell me more about your Hab
We
zone.
haven't got much, you know, but something remains still. One could say you have arrived just in time to witness the last grasps of Maris Portum. What do you want to know?
What is this place?
You can't make a stew if you don't know any fishing spots. I'll tell you. That is no skin off mine.
Tell me about the
Ask
drivers.
away. We're quiet people, we have nothing to hide.
What do the drivers do in Marsparium?
Before the flood, we used to fish and grow seaweed. Then fab manufactorums would grind them into rations and send them through the gateway to the upper hyphers. And in return, they would send us food and medicine. Oh, those were good times. And now, well, we dive. This work is important. Without us, the Baron would be left without his precious Gurgetum. And we would be left without his guns and his grub.
So you extract unrefined Gursa.
Here's how it is. The Baron distills his poison from raw stuff that comes straight from the bottom of the...
Continue to save time.
This job's not for everyone.
Do you dive too?
Huh. I'm cleaning my suit right now, in case you haven't noticed. I can't be wading about the bottom all the time.
I feel seen those beak faces on the shores
see the Baron again. You might have dealt with the ferals, but my people say they've seen those beak faces on the shore again.
Okay, so the Barons dealt with
We've
the...
been here since Maris Portum was founded. My ancestors first
Give our
fished here.
dead to the sea.
I told you,
All right.
we're simple folk.
What can you tell me about?
At first, Ursimus himself was nothing special. Just a run-of-the-mill, sanctimonious preacher. He talked a lot about Sibelius. And then, he went through the gateway and didn't come back for a long time. They say he went all the way to the Silenza Sectoris. The one that was burned for its people's wickedness. I don't know what happened to him there, but he came back injured all over. Since then, all he talks about is suffering. He gathered other oddballs around
This
him
doesn't
and called
sound
them the
like
Flock
it.
of Repentance.
This doesn't sound good.
They're not too bad. They keep their hands to themselves, and I'm grateful for that. But the ones who listen to Ursimus's new words, you see, he speaks as smooth as you like. And what he says sounds quite true. We all must suffer to purify our souls, he says. But our simpletons think that if you flay your hands and throw your neighbor into an acid vat, the God Emperor will immediately forgive you.
That's not good.
Is that more and more people are listening to Ursimus. It looks like our time is running out. And people have started thinking about their souls. What if the God Emperor will forgive them? So they rush to the flock. The ranks of penitents swell with every passing day. It can't lead to anything good.
No, it can't. What do you think of the Baron?
The same way I think of a knife in my leg. While it's in there, I'll be in a lot of pain and discomfort. But if I take it out, I'll bleed to death. After the Seaquake, the Baron and his carvers took power and have been keeping the locals in line, mostly. Anyone who doesn't like it doesn't live long. They disappear without a trace. And if anyone thinks of rebelling or mistreating the Baron's folk, he's quick to show what happens to such loudmouths. Usually in the square. He takes the person who upset him, grabs a large saw and cuts off their hands and feet. They say he always takes the head so he can keep track of the names and numbers.
He takes
put
the
under
skull,
his
does he?
knife.
Takes the skull, huh?
Ah, they're the carvers, the Baron's minions. They paint their bodies with luminous paint so that everyone knows who they belong to. If it
Okay,
weren't
so
for
he
the
keeps them
Baron,
high. What are the
maybe
beak faces you're talking about?
a bunch of freaks that showed up after the Seaquake. Must have come out of the distant pipes. Hideous things with beaks instead of mouths. They swooped in, killed some of our folk, and even ate someone, if the rumors are to be believed. I think they must be starving to death since they came from the swamp.
Okay, so the Baron fought the crew.
The Ferals.
That will do for now.
You don't want to know anything else about Maris Portum? Thank the God Emperor for that.
I'm looking for a man named Rufus Skirny.
I do remember one shore rat. Always hovering about. Was very interested in learning about us. And about the Baron's Gurgesum. He even suggested my boys gorge on that gunk and take a walk on the seabed. But we don't take Gurgesum. Only real sludge. It opens your eyes a little wider. But Gurgesum stops them from closing at all. Understand? So long, shore rats. If you will.
Okay, so let's look at our investigation. We learned a lot. Okay, on the trail, agent's mission. The agent took a keen interest in the effects of Gargusum on human beings. Great. On living beings. Okay, so that's all we have there. Missing persons. Alright, so... The tragedy of Scintilla, Professor Erasmus was a psycho. Okay. After the tragedy, Confessor Erasmus renounced Saint Sibyllus and began preaching repentance instead of transgression. Oh, we haven't decided that yet. Confessor Erasmus. Influence of Confessor Erasmus. Alright, crates of Physaline. Divers store their equipment in containers similar to Physaline crates. Flock of Repentance. Research.
These believers put themselves into an ecstatic trance by means of painful sensations. According to my observations, people in this state are highly suggestible.
Okay. Alright. Divers. Sea creature idol is a statue of Saint Sibyllus. The diver's body has been distorted by mutations that they're careful to conceal, offering corpses of their kin to the sea that feeds them as diver traditions. Divers are prone to mutation. Some of them mutate. No, definitely not. Okay, what else we got here? Ferals. Research.
The Fusiliers beat those beggars a lot. The sergeant said there wasn't many now, because they got scared.
Okay, so they're afraid of the bog beasts. The bog beasts eliminated nearly all the ferals. There we go. Okay. Carver's gang.
The sergeant said stay away from those. They're not right in the edge, that's what he said.
Okay, so they're tweaking on space map. Alright, the Baron. Baron prefers to hold public executions and keeps record of those killed by the Carvers. Okay. Alright, the divers perform sinister rituals. Bands of pharaohs are consciously invading the town. Clan of bog beasts have been terrorizing Victoria since the Seaquake. Locals do not dare go against the Baron. Okay, so what do we got here? The Kroot carnivorous xenos are devouring the inhabitants of Mazapur, destruction of the Velvet Clan. The clan of bog beasts have been terrorizing. Okay. Alright, we're not ready for any of that yet. Missing persons, okay. Back. Alright, let's go find out some more info. Alright. What is all this? Okay, so let's climb up here. Because clearly there's some stuff over here. Hey, you. Go hit it with your axe. No line of sight target. Okay, god damn it. Why don't... No, god damn it!
Mistake or malice? We mustn't linger.
No line of sight. Big dumb idiot, go up here.
Staying sharp.
Okay. Can you shoot that? Okay, brown marshes. Alright, fine. We'll deal with this later. Everybody get down here. Alright, inspect. Widths. Judging by the rust and dirt covering the bottom of the boats, they're frequently used. Black coating on the inside seems to be left by the catch. Okay, so they're diving. Okay, so we don't want to necessarily clear. Alright, let's see what all this is over here. Look, there we go. Open that door. There we go. Let's go in here. Oh, that's the way we came in, isn't it? No. Alright, let's look at the map. Oh, yeah. Okay, that door was just closed before. Alright, let's go.
No sense in delay.
Alright, what are these? Boots of the Pain drink. Whenever the wearer inflicts a negative effect on the target, target must pass a metal test, or if failed, lose 1 morale. Okay. So, if we go to I, you are constantly putting status effects on people. So put some status effects on people. Alright. Okay, where are we? There's Flock Preacher. Alright, let's go to here. Let's save, too, by the way, so we don't have to go back. Alright. Everybody get up here. Alright, inspect, awareness. This building is assembled from scraps that even the beggars refuse to take. People who live here, blah, blah, blah. Inspect. 2 immigrants are leaning over a corpse stripped of clothing with a gunshot wound in his chest. Clearly are trying to think of the easiest way to drag it to sea. Another hermit, an old woman with malformed appearance, stands nearby, muttering something in a vehement voice. The Oregon growls. Get away from that body, you rabble.
Don't kill us, good master. Rotten Fish was only giving a litany to usher along this warrior of the God Emperor to rejoin him.
Examine the body. The young man's ashen face forms in a grimace of disgust. You notice the muck on his body is relatively new, and his neatly cut hair suggests the deceased could afford to tend to his appearance. Sorrow makes a sign of the equivalent. Look for identifying features. Man's forearms signifies affiliation with Ashmil Tarum. Examine the gunshot wound. Man was shot with a las pistol.
I would like to note the presence of blood in the cadaver's mouth and nostrils. The primary wound, clearly inflicted by a low-power las weapon, did not result in immediate death. It was the victim's subsequent wounds that caused their internal bleeding and eventual demise.
Why did you call him a warrior of the God Emperor?
Oh, master, Rotten Fish didn't see it first. Her eyes are almost gone, and he was all dirty and scruffy, covered in blood, clothes all filthy. When she finally got a good look at him, oh, saint's blood, a warrior of the God Emperor, dressed in uniform and bearing the sacred symbols.
Cog, do you recognize this man?
It's Sergeant Ollie. He's all dead. Had to protect him. Sergeant Ollie was bad at fighting.
I'm not abandoning the ogre, and he's awesome. Your sergeant is dead.
I shouldn't get to say.
Listen, Warbird, ideally we're supposed to return the ogre to the Fusiliers, but that'd be a pain and more bureaucracy than we'd like. If anyone's asked you, just flash that signal and tell his property the Inquisition commandeered for official duty. Listen up, you're staying with me now. In the name of the Holy Inquisition, I'm compelling you into my service as a valuable tool from the ranks of the Astra Militarum. From now on, you will obey my commands.
Commander.
Okay, let's level everybody up. Alright. So, break their ranks. The officer increases damage dealt by an ally during their next turn by +6, and twice this value against their armor for each enemy within that ally's influence. Reinforcement. The officer moves to the target ally, then both the officer and the target ally gain +11 defense for 1 round. Does not provoke an attack of opportunity. Take aim. That's pretty good. Voice command. Officer ignores distance and line of sight when using their abilities on that ally. We're doing that. Talents. Commanding voice. The range of all non-attacking officer abilities is increased by 6. Officers. If the officer granted an ally an extra turn, the target has 2 movement points each turn and gains +1 morale at the start of each turn for the rest of combat. Attach precision on the officer's turn. We're getting +6, I think. Oh, morale. What can I do here? Oh, shit. Okay. Offense. Survivability. No, let's go with commanding voice. That seems to be great. Okay. You need to go up. Revel in slaughter. Exploits surroundings. Made against them automatically hit their cover. Damage dealt to it is increased by 50%. Dash, no. Go revel in slaughter. 28% more range damage. Because she's a flamer. So, survivability. Can use defense against area attacks. Ooh, true and scrupulous. Medicaid kits cost 1 less AP to use. Okay. Okay, yeah, definitely that. So she's going to drop herself as well. Alright, you. Revel in slaughter. Burst fire overdrive. Burst attacks gain plus 25% rate of fire. The last shot deals more damage. Catachan. Every time Heimar throws a grenade, a frag grenade appears in the same slot. Cute. Chosen target. Each time burst shot hits the same target, it deals 5% more damage than the previous one. Soldier can make attacks with two-handed range weapon while in melee range. For each enemy hit by the soldier's range attack, next area attack is increased. Burst fire overdrive. Let's do that. Psyker, pyromancy, molten beam. All affected creatures within a 5 radius. Telekinetic dome. +6 defense against range attacks. No. Blood of Martyrs. Could get a beam. Let's get the beam. Talent, psychic. At the game +1 if 12 or more. No, we don't want that. Psyker psychic power with a range of 2 or more cells have their range increased by our willpower bonus. We might do that. If degradation 15 or higher, no. Psychic power is rhymed by the section Pyromancer. The verse unleashed is no longer increased, but instead they reduce it by 2. The chance of triggering psychic phenomena impairs the warp. We want that. Otherworldly gaze. There we go. Let's see our Ogren. Forceful strike. The warrior's melee attacks deal 32% more damage to the enemy. The warrior's melee attacks cost 1 AP more. That's not bad. Warrior's melee attacks deal 12 plus 12 more damage. However, targets of the warrior's attacks will port out. Slash. Dashes through the target to the opposite side of the cell, making an attack that deals 50%. 1 time per turn, but only once per target. Sworn enemy. The warrior marks an enemy until the start of the warrior's next turn. Okay, let's go. Forceful strikes. Alright. Offense. Combat readiness. Warrior's first melee attack on their turn, except charge. Does not spend MP. Warrior deals 3 more damage with melee attacks. Brute Rampage. Cog deals 100% damage to cover when cover is destroyed. Pass a reflect test. Okay. Cog can move through cells occupied by enemies smaller than him, dealing 12 damage to them. He cannot finish his turn on an occupied cell. Bulgrin's Ram seems pretty good, but... let's get combat readiness. There we go. Okay. So now we need to talk to Rotten Fish some more. I have a few questions about you. I mean, Rotten Fish.
She'll tell you everything. Whatever's useful. Her life's not that interesting, but maybe her story will help. The archenemy crushing with your sure hand. Protecting humanity from inhuman taint. The equal of war machines across the land.
What are you chanting?
Rotten Fish remembers. Always remembers, like her nan taught her. A verse about the saint. Repeats it so the fish doesn't forget. So the memory stays.
What do you do here?
The fish lives here, Master. She used to hunker down closer to people, catch fish and grow seaweed. Then the sea blight got worse and she settled here. It's no good to scare people with her sickliness. Rotten Fish is no use to anyone, so she lives off her neighbor's kindness and her faith. All banners and aquilas were his to claim. Incorrupt in our memory, he will not fade.
Were you and your fellow divers born this
no,
way?
No, Master. It's the sea blight. You catch it and it gets worse.
Okay, basically
with
they
time.
get mutated from the sea.
This so-called blight is a mutation caused by contact with contaminated water. Advanced stage. I assume younger divers manage to conceal their ailments, but she is no longer able to due to the extent of the damage. It is not contagious, as far as I can surmise, but I still do not recommend touching her.
We all for now.
She told you. Not much to talk about.
I need some information.
The God Emperor protects. It's an honor for old Rotten Fish to see a true servant of the Golden Throne in person. She'll help you with anything and everything. Saint Sibelius teaches us to hold together and serve the throne. And you who are a herald of holy terror. Oh, soldier infallible, Sibelius saint.
What's that strange smell?
Don't be angry, good master. That's the fish. Her body is old, doddery, and ruined by the sea. That's why she's called rotten.
Who are you?
This is Rotten Fish, good master.
Tell me about this place.
Rotten Fish will tell.
What can you tell me about Mars Vatorium?
A blessed place. Sibelius back then,
okay, I don't
simple
care
but
about
hard
them.
work.
Give me...
May the God Emperor watch over him. Of course I know, Master. Ursimus has lived here with us almost since his childhood. He came when he was still very young. Spoke.
There's a barely concealed tone of pity in her voice, as if Erasmus and his flock are doing something wrong.
Sibelius the Good became a traitor's prey. His flesh our hopes rent asunder by villain's knife.
Seems you're not telling me the whole story about Erasmus.
Forgive old Rotten Fish. She is to blame. She holds pity in her heart, but pity doesn't suit his faithful servants. Bersimus once honored Sibelius the Infallible. But after he returned from neighboring
Okay, she's not telling us anything we don't know.
He used to be the head of the local bandits. Not the worst kind. When the
Swamp
sea came,
uglies, there we go.
not long ago, the uglies came from the swamps.
Like people, but with beaks. Okay.
Lock people.
She doesn't have any more information.
May the God Emperor...
Okay. Alright, so... let's look at our map. Alright. Okay, so we've done just about everything. Extract the fuse. We don't want to do that, because that'll kill those divers. Okay, so let's go... Brown Marshes. Let's go over here. Oh, okay.
I always land them.
Let's bring everybody to right here. I just have to get a smaller guy up there. Because our big boy's too big. So, let's go ahead and put you...
I do not abide time wasting.
Up there, there we go. Climb up. Okay, great. Yeah, just...
With purpose. I'll make it work. Executing.
Alright, we have to turn off... Okay. Well, if we're here, let's go check out the Brown Marshes.
Never still for long.
Oh, I want everybody. Come on. Oh, we got more journalings. Resolve the hostel. Okay, quest completed. There we go. Okay. And inquisitorial journal. What do we got here? Do we got anything new? No. Okay, the divers. Divers are prone to mutations. Some of them have muted... No, we know that's not right. Okay. So let's go into the Brown Marshes. There we go. Oh, and this would be a good time to stop for the night. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe on YouTube. We'll be back with this tomorrow because I really want to deeply get into this. So, oh, there's some dead Mechanicus. That's cute. All right, we'll save main. There we go. But yeah, please subscribe on YouTube if you haven't yet. Follow on Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. And we will be back tomorrow for more of this, and I will see